Not going
live.
Bam.
Bam.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to our campaign, Echoes of Mesona. Last session, you all found yourselves snatched from home, travels, and the brink of death by a self-proclaimed madman with power. You're presently beginning his mission to find a mysterious object stolen from him, called the Aelphus. You found yourselves near the eastern border of Elfkar and under threat from a couple scouts making their way back to their base. You dispatched the threat easily enough, with a close call for the weakest of you, but things turned out okay. Now you guys have all rested, taken a long rest, with 3 of you taking watch 3 separate times.
Dice.
And by the way, before that, in killing the soldiers, you unintentionally freed a prisoner of theirs named Atol, an honor knight of Tal, a child warrior. Now, as we begin our session again, last time we discussed what your dreams were, but who specifically takes each watch? We'll have 3 sections at which you guys will take a turn on rolling perception to see if you notice well, to see if you keep watch well or not.
I'll go second.
I will take either first or last. I don't care.
Okay.
Kunara can take first. That's fine.
All right, I shall take.
So actually, before Kunari takes the first watch, what do you guys discuss in taking this watch? Because Kunari is a blind individual and therefore might not.
Are they gonna question it?
Be accepted as. I mean, would your characters question this?
My character still doesn't think she's blind, so.
I believe it.
No, I just watched her take down a couple dudes. I trust her.
Thanks.
You're only considered invaluable if you prove yourself invaluable, and she's proved herself valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay then, Kunari, you take first watch. The other 2 bed down. It's all.
She takes first listen.
First listen. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is the beginning of the night. It's pretty. As you guys bed down, there are 3 moons out presently, and each one in the process of waxing and waning. Some half full and some full. Kunari, go ahead and make your perception roll. This will be with advantage as you are listening and smelling around you.
18.
18. Okay. So for this first few hours of night, you sit down in your crisscross meditative sitting position, and you listen to that which goes on around you. The 3 of you did not take your long rest far away from the where you guys fought with the soldiers, correct? Or did you take it?
We went a little ways, I think.
It was pretty close.
Like,
Which direction?
did we go like a quarter of a mile?
North, south, east,
We
west.
went over
You
the
guys
ridge.
You went over the ridge?
Like, we want to go towards where we're supposed to be going, to Tall.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
we had him
that
take
would've
us
been
that direction.
basically a northeastern direction. So you guys would have probably found yourselves resting against another ridge at this point. I would say probably on the eastern side of the ridge. Kunari, you can smell the salt. You can't hear it because you're not quite close enough for that. But on the wind that's blowing in from the east, you do smell the salt of the Asian Sea drifting around you. The sounds that you hear are quiet and make up mainly just the sounds of the breathing of your sleeping companions, and with your very high roll of perception, You do notice that Atoll, who is curled up near the crackling fire, her breathing does not quite sound as though she is sleeping. And, sorry, Key, goodness.
I was like, I swore it was a guy last time.
NPCs, man.
Sorry. So, okay, you said he doesn't like sleep, like
Atoll's breathing doesn't sound like he's sleeping. So, you do notice that. Take from that what you will, but your watch goes on without a hitch.
She's not gonna say anything, but when she wakes up Karhale, she's gonna be like, you might want to keep an eye on the boy. He doesn't appear to be asleep, and I wonder if we don't want him stabbing us in the back, you know.
Granted, I did give him his stabbing thingy back.
You did.
Good call. Good call.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. I have plenty of my own stabbing things. Fear not. I kept the other dagger,
That is true.
so I'll flip it in my hand and catch it.
And you guys, I assume you used for this, right?
Give her a wink.
No.
And then I realized she couldn't see it.
Granted, I don't really know what you guys even look like, really. I just I wouldn't.
Places yet?
Yeah, I haven't. Anyway, Kanari's gonna let her take the watch and go to bed, and just tell him keep an eye out on him. So.
Take the wheel. Anyway, Karhale, you may take watch. So go ahead and roll your perception for the night.
Let's see. My Karhale dice are in dice jail because they all suck, and I'm going back to my Vila dice because they have never done me wrong. What is my perception? 'Tis negative, not negative. That would be.
Like a girl.
I lied. These are in dice jail now. 6.
Please.
That's with my plus
Kunari-
0 perception.
Kanari stayed up all night. Just kidding. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, the Vila dice are now in dice jail. I don't have any other D20s. I do have another D20. I'm gonna get that out.
As you take your walk, you also no, you don't. You don't notice the salt on the air. You don't notice the breeze going by. Rather, you're kind of inwardly focused on the worry of what's actually going on, and you're focusing on all of.
Can I throw my rocks again? It's been a couple hours. Can I throw my rocks again?
You can totally throw your rocks again. You are so focused on what you're like going on in your head, and nothing else matters in life right now.
I will throw my rocks again. Sound effects. What do I see?
You drop your rocks, and this time, instead of landing in a rhombus form as last time, you see it kind of spill out from your head, and time almost slows down for you. And you feel this time you feel the breeze, and your hair, your braids kind of shift a little bit, and you almost feel this pulse from the ground, starting from where the stones land and traveling up your body. And suddenly, the rocks make sense. You understand what they mean, and you know that for this next day, for it's now about 2 a.m. in the night, you know that it's going to be a light drizzle for the rest of the day, and until it hits about late mid-afternoon, when the sun will come out for the brief moments as it sets.
The sun will come out tomorrow. Did we have a tent set up?
Going to be for the day.
Did we have a tent set up? A tent set up?
You do
Are we
not,
under the
the
tent?
rain won't be starting. Sorry, the rain won't be starting until the sun basically rises till sunrise.
I
Oh,
So
I
no.
know.
meta question. Would I have had I had my cloak. Would I still have that? I put my cloak on when we left. So
Your
like
cloak would be with if you put it on when you left, then yes, you would
Yeah.
have your cloak.
cool. Also that was a question about our supplies that I had that I forgot to DM you. Do we have
You have everything with you guys that you would have started.
okay.
Mm-hmm. Nothing's missing except for you with your Warhammer beforehand, but you have that now. So
Well, I didn't set out for the day with 10 days worth of rations. I was going down the road to drop something off and I was going right back.
I don't believe you start with 10 days worth of rations, right?
I do.
I think you only start with
I
like
did.
10.
Nah.
Well, we'll
It
just
was
say
10.
for the purposes of this, you did.
Okay. Cool.
You have the rations that you would have
They
started
were
out
given to us by.
Or
possibly.
yeah, he
The
just gave
food that
them
you
to
had
us.
with you initially would have expired by this time.
That's true. We've been out for 3 weeks or something, right?
You don't know what day it is, actually. So
Would
you
dry
don't know
rations?
how long it is between now and the last time you were aware of what was going on.
I didn't think dried rations expired like that, or at least that quickly.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter.
Unless you're making us track food.
We're not really tracking food, but we'll come to that when we come to it more so.
Very well.
Mm-hmm.
Just curiosity.
Also, for the purposes of your stones, you just performed Druidcraft, a Druid's cantrip. And
I get Druidcraft now?
as a bonus perk to leveling up to level 2, you can now use Druidcraft up to your proficiency modifier per long rest. So you
I
have
love you so much.
now
I've
two
always
uses
wanted Druidcraft.
of the Druidcraft.
I love you.
Um,
I love you so much. I'm so happy. I get 2 spells
so
now.
you guys all get bonus perks.
What's
which
your
I
other
will
spell?
About.
You'll find out.
But yes, so you have 2 uses up to your proficiency modifier per long rest. You can write that down in your character sheet. Just keep that in mind. And yeah, so you feel that, you know what the weather's going to be for the rest of the day. And that is that all you'd like to do on your watch?
Yeah, I'll sharpen my new dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, just a side note, you are really gonna hate me down the line for giving me Druidcraft because I'm gonna try to be way too creative with it.
I love it.
And then you'll have to be like Matt Mercer to Mercia. It's a cantrip. You can't do that with a cantrip. No, a cantrip can't blow the wind out of your guys' way. No.
Yep.
You're gonna hate me. Thank you. I'm so
Um,
happy.
So that will take your basically your time for your watch, and you can go ahead and wake up Nemesis. Do you say anything to him when you wake him up?
I'm gonna kick him in the shoulder.
What? What?
It's your turn.
Turn for
By
what?
the way, the
Nemesis, when you
watching.
got kicked in the shoulder, your entire chest starts hurting.
Oh, he was hurt.
But I'm the one that patched him up. He's fine.
Yeah,
For what?
Carly wouldn't really care that much. She wouldn't really have.
He's fine. Walk it
Yeah.
off.
Why did you wake me up?
Your turn to watch. Make sure no one tries to kill us.
Oh, I forgot. Can you wait like another hour?
If I wait another hour, will I lose my benefits of long rest?
If you slept in an hour into the day, then no. But technically, yes.
So I would not get a full long rest if I waited another hour to wake him up.
At least not when everyone else wakes up in the morning.
Ah, no. I'm kicking him again. All right, buddy. I need my beauty sleep.
I'm
I need my beauty sleep.
I'm coming.
Yeah,
Just
you do. Just kidding.
5 more minutes. Just throw some more stones or something.
How would he know that I was throwing rocks?
Yeah, that's metagaming, Nathan.
No metagaming.
Wow.
I'm gonna take one of
Fine.
his shoes.
No, please, no.
I take a shoe and I throw it.
No.
Not too
Fine,
hard,
I'm
just
awake.
enough for him to get up.
I'm awake. Okay, fine.
All right. So I'm gonna go lay out on my bedroll, and 2 seconds in, I'm snoring. Oh wait! Before I crash, I'm telling him, I don't think the kid's really asleep. You might want to keep an eye on him. I don't know.
If he
Nari
leaves-
said it,
Why are we keeping him again?
so he'll take us to talk. So we have no idea where it is.
Why don't we just follow his footsteps if he runs away?
I don't think he's going to Tull.
Oh, I thought he was from there. Okay.
He's from there, but he's not going back there.
Why are you so loud? It's so early.
It is early,
Okay.
and I'd like to go to sleep.
I'll watch out.
It's
Okay.
about 3 a.m., yeah.
And now I'm gonna crash. Snoring in like 30 seconds.
Nemzine. So you wake up, rub the sleep from your eyes. You make your way to make watch. You can go ahead and roll for it if you so choose.
Roll for watch.
Give me a perception.
Oh, not bad. Perception, you say? That would be a 18.
Ah.
18. Okay, so as you blink away to sleep and you settle into keep watch over what's going on around you, although you are tired and things are a little bleary at first, you do start zeroing in on what's going on around you. You can hear the not uniform breathing coming from its hole sleeping on the ground. You hear the crackling fire, the light that's slowly spreading from the horizon as it rises, as the sun rises during the hours of your watch. You do notice that sounds of kind of crackling, tinkering sounds coming from around you. And as you look around, you do notice some raccoons moving around and people's stuff.
Friends.
Specifically Konari's stuff, actually.
What are you doing? Why? Shoo. Go, shoo.
It like looks up at you and keeps on like digging through her stuff.
What are you even looking for? I'm gonna walk over to him and like peer in the bag as well.
Do I wake up? Do I sense any of this?
You do not. You are in the process of a long rest, gaining back health and
Well,
all your strength. The raccoon lifts up out of the bag, and you see between its teeth some like dried meat.
ooh, snacks. I got you, bro. I'm gonna see if there are like any more right at the top. And
There's a couple more digging through other people's bags too. Being or the saddlebags and stuff that you guys pulled off of the horse, or no. Well, yeah, the saddlebags that are in the horses. Some have like climbed up and are in the bags, like popping their heads out of the bags and stuff. There was about 3, 2 at Konari's stuff and 1 in the saddlebags.
okay, I'm gonna take like I guess 2 or 3 pieces and then just give one to him and like shoo him away.
Okay. Konari, you can go ahead and mark off one of the rations that you are holding.
I'm gonna get you for that, Nathan.
Konari will never know. what's it called? Yeah, so that's basically what happens over the time. As the sun starts to rise, the clouds do start drifting overhead, and a light drizzle greets you all as you all wake up.
I'm gonna kick Carhale in the ribs to wake her up.
I'm gonna grab his ankle, push his shin, and knock him down.
Do you struggle, Memazine, or do you just does it happen?
No, I just fall. Just
Dust kind of picks up around you,
what was that?
but the
For?
drizzle is going to take away.
What was that for?
What was that
Fun. Fun. Didn't you have fun?
for? I hate you.
I did.
Knarr, you wake to dampness across your body and a little bit of discomfort on that note.
Did someone pee on me? She says this out loud. She says, she sniffs her clothes. Is the ground wet? Is that what is like? Is the whole ground wet?
You feel the ground next to you.
Never seen rain before.
Where I come from, we don't get much rain. What?
You definitely don't get much rain from where you're from.
Yeah,
Is it still raining?
it just started.
Oh, okay.
Light drizzle.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, guys. It'll pass by afternoon.
Canary just kind of lifts her head. It's like, very well, if we must.
Feel the rain on your skin.
Do I notice my
Welcome.
bag's been messed with when she goes feel to pick it up?
I'm multi-classing as a bard, by the way.
Would you feel that your bag is different?
Well, I feel to pick it up, so I'm like, would I notice that it's been messed with?
Oh,
Memazine, would
Canary.
you have put it back where it was?
By the way, there were some raccoons or something that got in your bag last night. I scared them.
Insight check. Insight check.
Inside check? Go ahead and roll. I mean, you're telling the truth, Memazine, so. Yeah.
Natural 20. I want to know the deceit lying underneath that.
All you see is that he's being honest.
Thank you.
I mean,
No.
he's being absolutely truthful.
Thank you for scaring them away. I'm glad to know that you have my back. And she kind of just picks up her bag and ties it back up or whatever.
I'm gonna go check on the kid.
Yeah, I was going over to wake him up.
As you step closer to it, Cole, he kind of twitches and removes the blanket from around his head and stuff and sits up.
I don't kick him. For the record, I do not kick him.
He's kind of glaring at you in a "what are you planning to do to me" kind of look. As he does so, you see kind of a wince cross his face, and you can just the movement toward his legs that are presently bandaged causes a lot of pain to shoot through him. And you see bags under his eyes. He did not sleep through this night.
Poor baby.
You know that the draught you gave him the day before last
Definitely worn off.
2 hours and had worn off throughout the night at one point or another.
Do you think on our journey today I could look out for herbs that I could make him salve or another draught?
Most definitely.
Yeah. Don't you worry, buddy. We'll get you all fixed up.
He just nods.
I'm just gonna look around. What's everyone doing? We're packing up, right?
Are you?
I'm just sitting down, meh.
Well, unless we want to just sit in the rain here, we might as well.
Actually, that does sound nice.
On that
It
note,
sounds counterproductive.
but I'd rather not die. So I'd say we could get a move on.
Kanari, as you guys are kind of starting to question what you guys are planning, what your plans are, you hear a voice speak into your mind, and you hear the words, "Welcome, comrades, hirelings, to your first day in service to me, the Prince of Elka. You get no pay, little to no benefits, and at that, like on the 25th word of what he's saying, it shuts off. Like the voice stops in your head and starts again in Karhale's head. And Karhale,
Hell no.
like continuing in
Hell no.
this
We are not doing this.
a higher than
Not-
normal risk to
Not
your
in my
lives.
head.
But it could be fun though. Keep in mind, 6 months, stick together, capital city, Aelphis, mine. And then it stops in your mind and continues in Nemezine's. And Nemezine, you hear, "Oh, and I see you've added a new addition. Careful there about backstabbing. They tend to have no qualms murdering people like you." And then it's kind of confusing for all of you.
And Kanari goes, "Well, that was creepy."
Well, at least we know someone's looking out for us.
I don't find that comforting.
You
Not
know,
even a little.
here, I mean, it might keep us from dying.
I don't think he has any real qualms about keeping us from dying. He just
Well,
wants us to retrieve his stuff.
We're like his children now.
What kind of parents did you have?
Are you okay?
I don't even have parents, and I know that's not how they normally treat you.
You're just really
Need
a
to-
sob story, aren't you?
Do you
No
need to
parent.
talk?
No? Am I sobbing?
Do you need a hug?
Can't tell with all that rain.
That's a valid point. I'm just gonna get all of our crap together and start walking, and assuming they're gonna follow me. Actually, before I start actually walking, I'm gonna squat down next to the kid and, "You'd like a ride?"
He kind of
Or
looks
you
up
can
at the
walk.
horse.
Kanari
can
kind of
walk.
just Kanari gets up on a horse and is like, "If you all want to walk, it's a long way," and starts taking off.
I forgot
And
we
then-
had those.
She's gonna grab Nemo as she rides by and like fling up.
I will say, Kanari, you don't know how to ride a horse.
Dang it! That's fair. That's fair.
Kanari, none of you actually would know how to ride a horse. On that note,
I wouldn't.
Nemesis, you wouldn't either.
I wouldn't.
It's not really something that's an inner city kid thing to do.
I wouldn't ever. Not even going.
Your tribe wouldn't use horses. You guys would.
Yes, but I did
You
not
were-
stay in the tribe 100% of the time. I did leave occasionally.
Or
And on any of those travels, would I have ever ridden a horse?
actually, you make a good
I
point.
did. I
You
did
did
go
go
on
on
several. I went on several political.
I would say you do know how to ride a horse. There you go. Although as a side note, you could keep up with the horses easily with no, like, you're athletic enough that you don't really need to ride a horse anyway. But
I don't want to be
okay.
exhausted though.
there are 2 horses. Kanari, how much do you weigh?
160.
160?
160.
Wait, yeah.
I don't know.
That's
What's
he's
reasonable?
skinny.
9.
Okay, so maybe
I
around
mean-
175. I am slim. I'm very slim, but she's like, so like 175,
I weigh
180.
more than
I
that.
feel like you'd be
5.
lighter. I think you'd be like 130. That's kind of what I was thinking.
130. Do you guys know what 130
No, not what. Yeah, not
No.
130.
I am more than one.
like, just
I weigh
the
130.
rings are, like, you guys
Yeah.
are basically like
I
like,
weigh 130 at
super light.
5'4".
Like
And
their
that's
bones are like thinner, like
Who?
what's it called? Birds.
Birds. A little.
That's what I've been thinking of you, Kanari. But you said 175 though.
Well, I mean, I don't know I feel like 175 is reasonable even for a skinny person. Tall people way more.
6'9", I would say
Like
200 is
elves are
still
super
steep.
tall, and they're still like 125. 110.
Really?
No, they're not. There's no way.
Yeah. That is.
We'll just say like
it says in the book.
165 and just call it good. It's a fictional game, so.
Yes.
For the horses you guys have, they can carry up to 480 pounds at a normal rate for their movement. So keep that in mind. So 2 of you guys can ride astride the horse and basically
Probably
with them.
me and the kid to even out the weight. Because I'm probably like, I can't find it on my character sheet because I'm using the online D&D Beyond one and I can't find it. But I think I'm at like 250, 275.
Before you guys start
Pure
making your way
muscle.
to mounting the horses, Atoll's gonna kind of speak up for you guys. And so I'm your guide here. Is that what's happening?
Ideally.
Well,
So hopefully you know where you're going.
what route do you want to take back to Tull?
The safest one. Or the fastest one.
I was about to say, fastest one might be better.
Safe. Let's have a nice balance of safe and fast.
See how much Daddy.
He kind of scratches at his head. Do you have a map?
We do have a map. I have 2 maps, actually. There was one in the guy's saddlebag of just the area, and then there's the bigger one that Raiden gave us, and I remembered his name. So,
Can I see them?
oh yeah, I'll show him the smaller one, and if he needs it, I'll show him the bigger map.
He's gonna take the map you give him, kind of look at it, narrow his eyes, and he's gonna lay it on the ground between the 3 of you guys. Okay. Yeah.
The ground is wet.
Oh yeah, it totally gets damp, and he's like, oh, and he kind of sorry, but he leaves it on the ground because there's no point in picking it up now.
I'm gonna fan it with my hand.
He's gonna look up at you guys. There's 2 routes back to Tull. That are the best routes. And he points at the Asian Sea. And he goes, in the center of the Asian Sea, there's a pass called the Sour's Pass. If we take that, that's the fastest route back home. The thing is that there's a blockade, and he kind of crosses in front across the Asian Sea, perpendicular to this line he just made, going towards Tull. He goes, there's a blockade here, and if they see anyone on this pass, they'll shoot you off of the ledge. And then he goes, getting through that side, that border, the western border of Tull. This is the best route for me if I were alone. But you guys don't even look like Tull and stuff. You guys are gonna get killed right off.
I mean, that's fair. I'm not a huge fan of water anyways. So we could take the...
And he kind of circles his finger around the Duragna woods and across the top. So you're basically going over the top of the map of the Asian Sea. It's to circle through here. That'll be dangerous still, but you won't have to deal with Talon soldiers at the least.
And we have solid earth.
How long does it take?
It's give or take 350 miles. Depends on how long you guys can ride your horses. I'd assume it's going to take about... in this world, a week is about a 10-day. Each week is a 10-day week.
That's going to be weird.
It'll be about a week and a half.
Week and a half.
On
Gosh,
horse?
you're close.
On horseback. That's if your horses are up to the task, and if your horses don't get injured on the way. If it's on foot, it'll probably take a whole month.
He couldn't have dropped this any closer to Toll.
Honestly.
Nerve.
Well,
And
I
we
guess
better
we
get
can
going.
get started then.
And the other option is going on a boat, or you're saying there's like a walkway through the water?
No. Who are you talking about? Who's sending you there?
Huh?
Why are you going to my home country again?
I'm just gonna side-eye look at Carhale.
Because that's where I'm from, and I'm just trying to get back home.
He's gonna roll an insight check.
Can I help her?
Go ahead and roll deception against him, Kanari.
It's like a half deception.
Can I back her up? Can I back her up and give her advantage? Does she need it?
How it is actually she has already rolled.
Dirty
You may not
20.
roll advantage at this point.
Well, I was just going to say it's exactly what we told the guards last night, was that we were traveling and helping our blind friend get home. That's what I told him.
Paul was pretty focused on what he was doing.
That's
and
fair.
trying to escape, and he would not have overheard that.
That's fair.
Kanari, what did you roll?
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20. He looks at you and hands the map back to you, Carhale, and
I
says,
was like,
I'm not going to help you guys get to my country unless you tell me why, and be truthful this time.
All right. This dude kidnapped us and put this curse on us and said if we don't get him back, this thing that was stolen from him, then we would die. So I'm rather motivated, if it's all the same to you, the whole not dying thing.
So you're saying one of my people stole something from who? From who?
It's a prince guy.
Actually, as you go to say the word prince guy, roll an intelligence saving throw.
we're not
Good
supposed to talk
guy.
about him. We're not supposed to talk about him. He said
I
that.
did tell you that.
He told us not to talk about him.
So go ahead and roll.
Well,
You
both
have-
Aaron and Carhale
You
forgot.
think you have to
Intelligence saving throw?
17.
Where is my intelligence? Okay, this thing is very different from what I'm used to. Where's my intelligence saving
Export it as a
throws?
PDF. Export it as a PDF. It's so much
I know I have it as a PDF. And I just need to. Oh, wait, I have the printout. Intelligence saving throws. There we are. My intelligence saving throws a -1.
So
What'd you
It's
get?
total?
14.
14 does not save, and as you go to say the word prince, and as the P tries to leave your lips, you feel this like dizziness kind of come over you, and you kind of stumble to the side for a second, and you feel a burn in your left hand, and it doesn't hurt necessarily. It just kind of like a tingling burn on the face of your palm, and you're confused and. You don't actually remember what you were talking about just now. And Atoll looks up at you and he's like, are you okay? What just happened?
I'll hold my hand up. Is it like glowing?
No,
Aw.
you don't know
I think
what just
it's-
happened. You do not remember
Oh.
what your conversation was about. You are staring at Atoll and you know you guys were like, you were looking at the map just now. That's what you remember. You were looking at the map just now and he just handed you the map back and was like, if you don't tell me what you guys are doing,
All right. I guess we'll be on our way then.
Atoll's, I'm confused.
Wait, what?
Karhali,
He looks over at Kanari and Nemazine with confusion. Angry confusion.
let's just say he's someone who's very powerful, who doesn't want to be talked about. Anyway, let's go.
Well, he kind of... he's going... roll persuasion to see if he actually is going to help you guys. He believes what Karhali said initially, and now he believes what is going on. But go ahead. Yeah, Kanari.
10.
He goes, I'm not going to lead heathens to my country. Even if I'm sorry for what's happening to you. I'm sorry that you guys don't seem to have control over what's going on with you. But I can't in good conscience lead you back to my home with a mysterious man pulling your strings.
First of all,
So where
the heathen thing, kind of hurtful.
That's
We're
what
gonna
you
need
want.
to put a cap on that.
Where exactly are you gonna
He's
go
just-
if not with us?
I'm gonna go home.
Which
Going
is
home anyways.
I'm not going to help you, is what I'm saying. Unless you can give me a better reason for it.
I mean, we'll just follow you if you don't help us. So
Then I'll lead myself back into the hands of the elves.
that's fine. We can just break you out again.
Or we could find someone else and you could get yourself killed on your way back. Have fun.
He just kind of stares you guys down.
Maybe your reason for helping us is
Never
about
try.
knowing. Maybe your reason about helping us is knowing that the man who is sending us is much more dangerous than we are. And if he doesn't get what he wants, he won't stop until he does. And we're your best bet, honestly, to keep the most people from getting hurt.
Honestly, I would say that Atoll is a kid, and therefore kind of naive. I'll take that, and I won't even have you roll for it.
Okay.
It is one of Atoll's flaws, I would say, that he's distrustful and yet still naive, and the idea of you kind of outside threat to his people would probably convince him to. So you're saying you're not going to help him hurt my people then? Is that what you're saying?
We just want to be done with him. And if we have to get this one thing for him, and then we can be on our way and never come back to your country. Trust me, I don't want to.
Look here, Ace. I'm gonna go down to his level. We don't want to hurt your people. We don't want to hurt you. See your feet there? I bandaged them up and I gave you some medicine. Do you think I would do that if I was a bad person?
Some heathens might seem good on the outside. But they're
Like
all
the
still going
heathen
to
thing. Hurtful.
It's nothing personal. Honestly, and he actually kind of comes forward with this weirdly earnest look on his face and goes, I can tell you about Taylor if you'd like. It'll save your soul. It'll save all of you.
Okay, kid. I'll pat him on the shoulder.
Kanari says, there will be none of that. Let's get going. And starts to try to find the horse so she can climb up onto it.
You can
I think she can
both.
feel where it is. Like, she can
You
sense
find
where it is.
Oh, yeah.
But
Okay, so Atoll's gonna kind of look at you guys with a renewed resolve. I'll help you if you guys protect me, feed me, and find me a sword.
Find
And
you-
point
Okay.
at you, Carhale, and heal my legs. They hurt a lot.
I got you. I got you, little buddy.
And
Do you know how to ride a
and
horse?
what if you listen to Taylor's precepts? What's
You're
next?
pushing it there.
You're not
You're pushing
one
it.
in much position to be bargaining.
I can just sit here and let you drag me along and be of no help.
So you're saying
Or we
if
can drop you in the ocean. It's whatever you prefer.
That's up to you.
I mean,
You know where I'm going.
here. I'll listen to your spiel about Taylor if you're helpful.
Agreed. And he picks up
Very
the
well.
map again, grabs the map, and he goes, "This is the best route." And he circles the one through Duragma. It'll take longer, but you won't have to fight my people, and therefore hurt my people. This is the safest way.
Valid. Do you know how to ride a horse?
Yes, I do.
All right. All right, Lil Blue, you're going with the kid. Oh, wait. Lil Blue is going with me.
I will not be riding with him.
Ugh.
I'll
Mama.
ride with the kid. I don't care.
I just don't know if the
It
horse
will
can
slow
take
down. It will.
me
Yeah, the horses won't be
and
able to
her.
follow Kanari together.
Why not?
They're already carrying stuff.
I weigh like 275 pounds of muscle.
Where, like Carhale has like a 10-pound warhammer weapon, not 10 pounds. What am
I mean, I weigh more than Kanari.
You do?
Yeah.
You do?
Yes, you are
You
bone
do?
mild thin. I don't understand. Yes, 6'9",
How tall are you?
5'10",
And you weigh
180.
Stokey boy.
180?
That's
Stokey
not
boy.
a lot. That's
That is a lot.
That's very stocky.
no, it's not.
How much do you
For
weigh?
5'9"?
Me personally, I am 5'7", and I am 160 pounds.
Really?
And I am
Really?
not chunky. Yes, that's why I'm saying 175 at 6'9".
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
I don't know how weight works.
Continuing then.
You know what?
So,
I'll just
all this to say, Carhale and Kanari cannot ride together because they will drag the horse down that they're on.
I will
the horse will
run.
tire faster.
I'll run alongside.
Run.
Can I look for herbs still?
Yes, you may. It will be at disadvantage though.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so are you guys starting your leg of the journey? Nemazine, anything that you'd like to do before you guys begin travels?
Wait, no.
I'm
Hold on.
gonna
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna change out my bandages, I guess.
Change out your bandages. Easy
Just
enough.
wrap myself up.
I can't drive a horse, so is Nemo riding?
Nemo does not know how to ride a horse.
That's why you needed to ride with the kid, because the kid knows how to ride a horse. I know how to ride a horse. He can go with me. But apparently,
I'm pretty sure I know how to ride a horse.
Atol's getting frustrated at this point too. He's just like, "What's your problem with me?" To Kanari.
Have you
Ferrari-
listened to yourself lately?
I mean, I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure you did
understand.
threaten to stab us.
Atol, she's just like that. It's
You're strangers, and I was a prisoner. I still don't understand your trouble.
You're both
Very-
valid. Can we please go?
Kanari, I'll drive. I know how to ride a horse.
I don't trust you. She says, and she turns to Atoll and she's just like, very well, but you will not be touching me at any point. And then gets on the horse.
I feel that's unlikely on a horse. Atol gets up on the horse with frustration. He'll actually turn, look over his shoulder, and look at you. I'll pray for you as we ride.
And Kanar go, I don't need it, and spits.
We can begin travel, Nemazine, unless you had something that you wanted to do. You changed your bandages. Was there anything else?
Did he do a good job based off of me looking at it? Did he do a good job?
At this point, he's majorly healed. The scab over injury and stuff. He wrapped it well enough. It wouldn't be. It's not a perfect job, but he was basically following what was done before.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure it didn't look like crap.
Mhm.
It would look bad on me.
Well,
Okay,
Harley can
so-
ride now.
As you guys start moving through, Karhali, go ahead and just right now you can make your roll for the herbs, and we can say that this will entail your keeping watch out for the rest of the day.
Would that be perception
if this
or
would-
investigation?
This you can.
Can it
no,
be
definitely
perception? Sweet.
It'll just be keeping an eye out. Definitely.
Perception's better. Perception's better. It's +0 as opposed to -1. So that'll be 18.
18. Easy enough. As you guys are running, or as you're running alongside the horses, keeping a nice jog with the trotting horses, you do notice multiple of the herbs that you would need. What's it called? Couple roots and a couple of the leaves that you will use to brew a similar draught as, or actually, are you trying to? Is it for a healing balm or like pain reducing?
I was going more for a healing balm. That just made more
Okay.
sense in my brain.
You still rolled high enough for it. So as you're running through, you do find the herbs for that, and pausing to pick at those herbs. Let's say you rolled pretty high, so you pick enough. I would say that you would take more than you need for one, right? So you take enough to make 3 of the same healing balms.
Nice.
But you
Woo.
cannot make it until you guys take a moment to pause.
What? I can't whip out my mortar and pestle while I'm running?
I know. The things that are limited in D&D, man. Someday they'll make an RPG where you can do that.
Lame.
Okay,
Very well.
so as you guys are traveling, you guys, this will basically be treated as a, what's it called? Ability,
Check.
I forget what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about.
Contest. Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. But each of you guys will take on a different role in the travel. So the main roles that you guys will need is someone who's leading the expedition. I'm assuming this is Atoll.
Yeah.
So Atoll will take on the navigation section of, or the navigation role. Who would like to take the defender's role?
Defender? What do you mean?
What
Basically-
roles are there?
So there's defender, scout, and basically anything else. It's just people like when you're traveling together, you're gonna want someone directing where you're going, someone to protect you guys if you guys are in danger, and someone to keep a watch out for that danger, and possibly other roles if you can think of other ways to help the group travel faster.
I will.
And based on your guys'
Oh.
successes in each of your roles for that role, ROLE, I mean, for that role, you guys will determine whether you guys travel faster or slower during this travel.
I will
I'll
be-
take defender.
Defender, okay. Kanari,
You might be a good scout. Well, you're not touching the ground. Would you
yeah.
be able to
honestly,
sense
I
it?
would say that Kanari would probably be a good scout. I mean, you can sense, even if you're not sensing like far beyond you, kind of thing. You would be rolling for going about 60 feet from you. That would be enough time for you guys to be prepared for danger.
Okay,
So I would
that's
say
fine.
if you want to take that role, that's
Okay, sure.
Nemazine, what role will you
I
apply
will
in
be
this?
the support role.
You will be the support to help the others roll better.
Or just be there in case anything happens.
He'll feed Karhali as she's running, so that way she doesn't have to lose energy. Just like, here, fight.
You could also take on roles like encouraging each other to move quickly, etc., etc. Yeah. The encouragement role is nothing to look down upon, Nemazine.
Can he sing "Eye of the Tiger" for me? But I would like it to be changed to "Eye of the Dire Bear."
I have a dire bear.
I love it so much.
It still rhymes. Don't worry. I thought it through.
Okay, so as you guys progress, you guys face the north, and you look upon the rolling hills and mountains of green that disappear into the white horizon and the outline of the pale peaks to the north. You've all heard of the Durugma Woods, whether in myths, legends, or school limousine, and you know that it's dangerous and wild. You guys are going to be embarking on a trek that most people will never take in their lives and think others dumb for taking. So keep that wonderful thought in mind. Now, as you guys begin, let's say as you guys are traveling, so food and the rations that you guys have will be able to sustain you for, I would say, probably the next, I don't know exactly the number you guys have, but we'll say a split between you guys and your horses. They'll be expended in a couple days. So when that happens, Carhale will most likely be the one to be rolling for whether you guys can find enough food for that day. So yeah, first day of travel though, I'm gonna say that that's the navigator's skill check right now, and she'll deter. So if she fails, NPCs. Anyway, if the toll fails, just use the name, it'll be easier. Then an extra day will be added to your travel. It's going to take you guys, as kind of a meta thing, it's going to take you guys 15 days to cross this expanse. Yeah, so first roll, and that is a 5.
Oh,
Yay!
thanks, Liv.
Sorry, 5. Oh, no, wait. You guys have a map. Maps.
Oh yeah, you have advantage.
Advantage. That's so much better. You guys get 16, and Atoll, kind of looking up at the landscape, kind of confused at first, but then he looks down at the map and is kind of mumbling to himself and praying, actually, as a side note, to Taylor as he's finding his way across this expanse. You guys shave off. That's one success. You guys are going to need, we'll say, you guys are going to need 5 successes for this travel. And if you guys have 3 fails, then, well, we'll see what happens. But yeah, so that is 1 success. And you guys shave off 1 day of travel. Is there anything you guys would like to do for the rest of this day?
I mean, we're just traveling. Can we really do anything?
It's up to you guys if you guys have anything. Like when you guys bed down for the night and you guys have that long rest, what would you guys like to do? If there's anything, we could just continue to the next day and the next roll.
Oh, can I use my herbalism kit to work on that salve?
Go ahead and roll a medicine check for me, and we'll see if you successfully create your drop through 3 drops.
Woohoo! Plus medicine. Donde. Plus 2. 18.
18. Easy enough. You remember all the lessons that your mom has taught you, and you successfully create a healing balm for burns. You can add 3 of these to your inventory, or 2 since you're going to use the first one on the troll that night, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. So you heal Atoll, and Atoll's impression of you has been better. And as you are applying the balm to Atoll's legs, he's going to ramble to you about all the reasons you should serve Taylor. And
riveting.
It's because honor is everything. He's not a priest, so it is not well rambled at all. It is just rambling, and he's telling you that righteousness and chivalry, and you have to be good, but heathens are bad, and they're always bad. No offense, you were born that way. And
Kanari snorts several times throughout this, just just sitting there, scoffing at what he's saying.
And some heathens may scoff, but those scoffers will end up burning in Shishan eventually. So it is wiser for them not to scoff. But
they already tried that, kid.
And so that entails your night. Nemazine, is there anything you'd like to do?
Not really.
Okay.
Kanari is gonna talk to Ty and be like, I can't believe that we have to ride with this tall server. Is this worth it? Should I just go live my life and die? I don't even know. I wanted to be away from all this, and now we're heading right back to it.
Nori, the way I think about it, sure, tall, the god that those people served, he was awful, and the way they served him was awful too. But I don't know, listening to what Atoll's been saying, I mean, he kind of seems kind of cool, honestly. A lot better than what the acolytes used to say. I don't know. Maybe you should give him a chance.
Where have you been the last 17 years of my life? 16. I'm only 16.
I don't like giving bad experiences the power to just control how I think about people. I mean, it's not like you did rub me wrong a couple times here and there, and I still like it.
Fair enough. We'll see how this goes, I suppose.
I mean, if Atoll does stab you in the back at some point, then sure, you can hate him. But, I don't know. He seems kind of spunky.
Just like you, Ty. Well, I don't know. I won't kill him just yet. It's fine.
Wait, are we killing him now?
No, Ty. That was. Anyway. No.
Oh, your sarcasm. I always forget.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm not very good at it, but that's okay.
I'm sure you'll get better with time. Just keep practicing. Oh, keep it in mind that sometimes you say what you don't.
Thanks, Ty. I appreciate you. Anyway, I'm going to sleep now. Kanari really is she's terrible at sarcasm. He tries really hard to be good at sarcasm, and it just never works. It never comes off right. Anyway,
I'm just gonna be over to myself practicing different little magical things. So,
Nemazine, are you doing this secretly, or are you doing this out in the open?
not really. I'm off to
Kid's gonna crucify you.
I'm off to the side, so it's
no.
it's not visible for someone has to be next to me to see it.
Sure.
Because my back is to the group, but I'm not hiding it.
Okay, I'm going to. I'll just roll a perception check for. It's not you're not necessarily hiding it. It's not like he's necessarily looking for it.
Can I see? I notice.
All I'm doing is drawing images in the sand.
Nemazine is definitely not hiding it, so yeah, you'll see it just automatically with your passive.
Well, what I'm doing is I am drawing images and pictures in the ground, so it's not going to be obvious.
You're drawing images and pictures in the ground?
Yeah.
Okay. Nemazine, you already have an inspiration point, correct?
No.
I do.
I don't think so.
Okay, then Nemazine, you can take an inspiration.
We all have inspiration now.
For what?
It does not stack. Just as the DM, I'm giving it to you.
You did good, kid. You're acting well, apparently.
What does inspiration do?
You get advantage on a roll.
Inspiration. Advantage on one roll of my choice?
Any
I
roll.
believe you can choose to use inspiration after you know that the roll is done.
Yeah.
After you know if it failed.
Okay.
Well, like you can roll and then look at it and be like, I want to roll again, right? Like
That's what I'm saying.
okay.
Basically, you just like, oh, I got a crap roll and this was important. I'm going to
'Cause
use my
sometimes,
inspiration.
Things that do the same that as inspiration are like you have to say that you're going to do it before you roll it, right? So
Right.
I'm just clarifying that you can look at it and then decide.
Right.
Okay, so
I did want to roll my rocks one more time after this.
oh yeah, you may totally roll your rocks. And well, actually, I mean, if you roll your rocks, you'll know the weather for that day, no matter what. But you'll have to roll it the next day to see the next day's weather.
I thought we were taking a long rest.
You are, so you want to do it in the next morning? I was saying before the long rest.
Oh, I understand. I have to do it that day. I can't know the next day's weather.
No.
Boo. I wanted to use up my second druid craft before the long rest.
You can use it to make a flower bloom, or make.
But I don't know how to do that.
Survive.
I don't know how to do that though.
If you'd like to attempt, you may.
Okay. Let Nathan do his thing real quick while I think about it.
Do my what?
Whatever you were doing
Oh, I'm just drawing.
in the sand.
He's drawing out
that's
different magical symbols and magical like circles and stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm like burning them into the sand.
Burning them.
Well, like I don't know how to explain it. Basically, burning's the easiest way to explain it.
Okay. You guys have shaved off throughout the day because of a Tolskid roll. You guys have shaved off one more day of travel than this day should have been able to entail. So now that you guys take your long rest, and the next morning you guys wake up, and you guys start traveling, is there anything you'd like to do at the beginning of the day?
I don't know, because I'm trying to figure out how I could figure out how to do other druidcraft things. Because I just know that the rocks tell me the weather.
You've seen your mother touch like basically the ground where certain plants are, and with that causing effects to different plants.
Okay. I want to see if I can make a flower grow.
Okay, easy enough.
Because I've never done that before. I want to make a daisy.
Mm-hmm. So as you guys,
do I have to roll?
You don't have to roll to find a flower. You do find a small like budding flower easily enough. And as you find this flower, you touch the ground where it is, and you kind of search for that speaking to the ground thing that you had going on before, and you feel the pulse, and you feel something you recognize as the sound of the earth at this point. The sound of the ground, sorry. And the flower answers your call and does spread its petals out.
Dope.
I will say that as you do this, its whole kind of behind you kind of speaks up and goes, "How did you do that?"
I don't know. The ground, the earth speaks to me. I just listen. Isn't it cool? I'll pick the flower and hand it to him.
He's gonna look at it, look at you, and he's gonna walk away without saying anything. And he drops the flower kind of at his feet as he does.
I'm gonna pick it up. And I'm gonna put it in the bottom of my braid. Kind of hurt my feelings.
You kind of hurt his too.
It's nature. It's not magic. It's nature. What are you gonna?
Does Kanari notice this?
He doesn't really. He can't really separate it in his mind. Kanari, You can definitely notice this interaction. You didn't see what happened though exactly. You just know that you just heard him say, like, "What were you doing?" And
him walking away.
Yeah.
I'll turn to them and say, you both are going to want to be very careful with how you act in Tall. They don't look very kindly upon anything that's not normal. Whether that comes from nature or whatever it is you do, Nemo.
What do I do?
That's what I've been wondering.
What do you mean?
I can smell
not
the burning,
normal?
though, so it's not normal.
Don't know.
Making a
what's
flower grow, that's normal.
Not
Nature's
that quickly.
normal. Nature's normal. Are you gonna sue the sky for raining? All nature's magic. You can't convince me otherwise.
I'm not condemning you. I'm just warning you that they will not look kindly upon it. Take that as you will.
I think that's hypocritical.
It may be. You'll find they are hypocritical people. And then to kind of turn back and go back to bed. Or go to bed.
Mm-hmm. As you guys were discussing this, Atoll had walked farther off out of earshot and was kneeling for the duration of your conversation, and a little longer. Praying, probably.
Probably.
So do you guys all bed down?
I'll take first watch since apparently they both went to bed. So I'll just take first watch. Could I do something? I'm not like doing something, but I'm doing something. I want to just like talk to the earth or not talk to it, but like listen to it and see if it says anything to me.
Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you definitely can.
I'm just trying to get more acquainted with it. I want to talk to the dirt.
Talking to the dirt. You definitely can. And as you do, you feel a connection, but you don't really, you can feel there's something there that you could in theory tap into, but you don't quite know how. And you kind of think at the back of your mind, your mom would probably know. Mom would know how. And you kind of feel pain. Kind of miss your mom. And you wonder what she's up to right now. And you kind of get distracted from hearing the earth in that moment.
Now I'm just gonna go cry now.
Go ahead and roll for your perception check tonight.
I thought you were telling me to roll to see whether or not I'm gonna cry.
Roll for tears. Tear check.
Perception. That's a 15. Much better than last time. I keep forgetting it's +0.
You
LOL.
keep a watch out, and the most dangerous thing you hear is the loud rustling of deer as they kind of ride next to you guys. You guys are set up amid these trees. The rain had stopped before, as you had seen it, had stopped. But you do hear the sounds of animals kind of crashing around you guys, the sound of life. But nothing seems to want to bother you. So your watch was ends words. Who do you wake up for the next watch?
I'll wake up Kanari. I'm not gonna kick her.
Smart.
I'll just tap her shoulder and quickly pull my hand away.
She just goes, "Why, hello, Karhale." You've come to wake me. Very well. And her eyes open. Not that, she kind of sits there. She just keeps sitting there and says, "Get some rest."
I will. Gonna go find a nice spot of dirt. And grass.
I'm so sorry, Carhale. As a side note, something you did notice during your watch was that Atoll went to sleep this time.
Ah, very good.
And
Makes
as
me
you
feel
wake
better.
up in the morning and your guys' whispers kind of transpire, Atoll wakes up. He doesn't say anything, but you can see the movement and everything, the rustling movement. Kanari, your watch begins. Is there anything you'd like to do as you take your walk?
I don't think so. She'll just sit there.
Mhm.
That's all she's gonna do.
No worries. What did you roll?
Okay. Drop the dice. 15.
15? Okay, so you 15 words. Yeah, so throughout the night, you also hear the sound of the resident wildlife moving around you guys, rustling through the trees. You sense ants crawling beneath your feet. You sense, excuse me, you sense the fluttering of bats above in the branches. You also sense eyes actually resting on you from a few feet away. It's a troll just watching you.
She won't say anything to him. She'll just continue to sit there. No, actually she will. She'll just whisper. She'll be like, "Go to sleep. It'll make the night pass quicker."
Atoll doesn't answer, actually. He's going to assume you were guessing that someone was watching you, and is going to pretend no one is watching you.
Okay. So then Kunar's gonna say in his head, "Really, just go to sleep. I'll leave you alone during the night. I promise."
You hear like a twitch and everything, and kind of a jerk, and he curses actually in Talon, and he just mutters that under his breath. He's like, "How do you do that? What are you?"
That's such disgusting word for such a young little boy. Where did you learn these
I'm
things?
not that young.
And how old are you?
I'm gonna be 15 soon.
Dang, he's almost as old as me. He's just like, you don't act it.
My presiding officer doesn't say so either. Thank you.
Your presiding officer? And who's that?
He's major, and then he cuts himself off. It doesn't matter.
Very well, then go to sleep.
I don't sleep in the enemy's presence.
I could say the same about you.
Why am I your enemy? And he just seems like openly curious.
I've dealt with your people, with those who served Hall. I know you seem to believe that he really is as good and just as they say he is, but I won't speak for the god, but those who serve him, not all of them are.
That's not my experience. I'm sorry if our people gave you a bad one. But it doesn't reflect on me and my choices. I'm not whoever those people were.
No, but you can't blame me for being cautious, I suppose.
And he kind of smirks, though you can't really see it. You can hear it in his voice as he goes, "Yeah, I wouldn't blame you for that."
But as long as you give me no reason to distrust you, then I'll try to give you the benefit of the doubt. And she kind of like in the back of her mind says like, "This one's for you, Ty."
I am so proud of you, Kanari. Now you should make something for him, maybe a gift of some sort.
Calm down, Ty. We're not quite there yet, okay?
I'm just saying that try touching his leg. Not in a weird way. Just try touching his leg.
I don't
There are still
want
burns
to.
on his leg as a side note. They're still healing. You're gonna try, Kanari. Just do it.
Kanari's kind of like look really awkward and just kind of reach out her hand to where like his legs
And
are.
pulls back his leg. And what are you doing?
Ty, what am I doing?
You're going to heal him. I told you that maybe
I'm going to heal. I don't know how to heal
something
people.
from me could come through you.
I'm going to heal you. Apparently.
That doesn't. You don't sound very confident in that. I'm fine, thank you.
No, that.
Kanori,
Ty,
you gotta give it a shot. Just do it. He'll trust us so much after this.
fine, shut up. And then she like lunges at him and touches him.
It's still super confused, but he doesn't really try to dodge it. So you latch onto his ankle, and you feel a pulse come through you, and almost like this cool energy drift through almost what feels like your key that you've learned about and you've trained to harness. Not quite to the point where no wait, you can harness it at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That you've been training to harness. You feel that key kind of flow through you and travel through your arm, and a small white glow that you don't see but you feel comes out of your hand, and you feel the toll gasp in front of you, and
She kind of like pulls.
Well, yeah.
Go ahead.
Atoll doesn't say anything, actually.
She goes, I'm sorry, I don't really know what that was. Yeah. Oh.
And Atoll doesn't say anything and crawls away from you across the campsite. And Ty's like, oh, darn, I didn't think that through.
Ty, this is why you need to be quiet when I tell you sometimes, okay?
Sure. Oh boy.
What did you do to him?
I mean, no, I healed him. I just didn't think about how he would take that. Dang.
Oh well, he already doesn't trust me. It's okay.
And for the rest of your night, you feel the eyes on Atoll's on you for the rest of your watch. Nothing else happens beyond that on your watch.
Can I ask a meta question?
Sure.
What spell was that? Was it just Cure Wounds?
Konari's bonus perk was, in essence, Healing Hands. So,
ooh, like
before
lay
the
on
long
hands?
rest,
Clear!
Like
long
lay on
rest,
hands?
Konari has
Kind of.
not laying on hands necessarily. It's more of the feature that angelic. I forget their name. The angelic race has, but they can heal up to their
Azamar?
level. Asimar, yeah. Healing. I think it's Healing Hands. That's what it's called there. But she can heal up to her level. So that was 2 hit points of healing to Atoll.
Healing
And-
hands, you said?
I'm not sure if that is what it's called, but they have an ability that's like that.
Once per long rest, so like I can, but not that often.
Mhm.
Just
So you're an Azamar? No one. I have no idea what either of your races are.
I don't know what you're.
Can I ask?
And Kanari's watch. Kanari, would you like to, or how do you wake up Nemazine for that matter?
She doesn't want to get up, so she'll just go in his head. Wake up! It's your turn. I'm going to sleep.
Nemazine, you hear a voice burst into your mind, and it shakes you immediately out of whatever dream you were having.
You sound like a floppy fish.
I am a floppy fish. Why do we have to do this? I just want to sleep in.
Is this how it's going to be every night with you?
You know what? I don't want to hear anything from you, Kanari.
I'm sorry, you can't shut out my voice if I don't want you to. She's actually kind of enjoying this, like.
Nice.
I am going to. Where is she in relation to me?
You guys are on a campsite about, I would say, 10 feet by 10 feet-ish. You guys are kind of in a circle around a campfire.
I am going to. Kanari, give me a strength save.
You did not.
I will say, Nemazine, you have taken your long rest since you are the third watch with him. So
Yeah.
any spells you use now will be expended spells for the day.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's a 3.
I am going to shove you 5 feet away from me.
Wait, without touching me?
Yes.
And you feel like so basically this invisible pulse of energy just kind of shoots out of Nemazine towards you, Kanari, and you feel this like wall slam into you.
It's more just like it feels like my hand just shoves you.
And
She is
you
strong with this one.
fall away. You fall back. You fall back away from the fire. And I would say you probably slam into a tree trunk.
I can't roll for that.
I mean,
no, it's fine. It's fine.
you kind of just did. So
Wait, why are there trees out here? I thought it was a desert.
no,
we're
you
going
guys
through the woods.
You guys have gone into the Drachma woods.
I missed that. Okay.
I did
All
describe.
right, I'm gonna brush myself
did.
off and then and sit down and watch.
Kanari kind of just like picks up off trees and goes, "You'll pay for that," and then goes to bed. Aw, hi, baby.
Hello, little kitty.
I will say that Atoll does not go back to sleep and stays awake throughout your watch as well, Nemazine.
Atoll, are you awake?
This kid needs sleep.
This kid does need sleep. Yes,
Why?
I don't sleep in the presence of enemies.
Why? What? Why am I
He
your
is
enemy?
keeping his voice low out of politeness for those sleeping, though.
Why am I your enemy?
He does not answer you and looks in the other direction.
Are you gonna stay awake the rest of the night?
Yes.
Okay, well then you can stay watch, and I'm gonna go back to sleep.
just utter like surprise, just like jaw kind of dropping to this what just happened. You curl down and lay down.
I'm gonna grab my blanket, go back to bed.
And Atoll is left alone, keeping watch over the three of you, and is so confused about the power he's been given. But he's not a bad kid. He's gonna keep watch. But he also has disadvantage because he has presently 2 points of exhaustion. So,
Oof.
where are my exhaustion things? Oh, thank you.
What's that? I saw
Okay.
that.
Yeah,
I saw that kid.
disadvantage.
Who was that?
That was a really good roll. A 19 and a 10. Okay. So he does definitely keep watch. But luckily for you all, nothing happens on his watch. He does half nod off a few times and then shake himself awake and then nod off and then shake himself awake. And you all rise with the sun come morning to the visual of Atoll shaking himself awake and kind of like glaring out in the surroundings and falling asleep and then shaking himself awake.
Who left the kid on watch?
I'm still
Atoll
asleep.
doesn't say anything.
It wasn't me. I woke up Nemo.
Gonna kick him in the leg because I remember his torso injury, and I'm gonna be respectful of that, but I'm gonna kick him a little harder.
Oh, what? Oh, morning already.
Atoll kind
I'm
of
gonna
speaks up. You would be a terrible soldier.
Hey, but I feel really well rested now.
You guys see the bag.
I'm gonna kick him again.
Oh, what? Why? What is that for?
Really? You didn't even
Fun.
stay up for your watch?
Atoll was awake.
Oh yeah. And what's he gonna do if somebody tries to attack us, like
Wake me
a
up.
bear?
Wake me
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Let you all
That's
die.
so easy. Waking you up.
Did he just say he'd let us all die?
No, he said he would not let you all die. My own
Oh.
that.
I trust him.
That's
He had
comforting.
He kind of gives you a begrudging nod.
If he was gonna kill us, he would have done it already. So
If you're not going to pull your weight around here, Nemo, then we're not going to help you pull yours. Okay?
we have 4 people now, so I don't see why there's an issue.
You need to take some kind of watch.
Sure, I will take some kind of watch tomorrow.
How about you take first watch next time?
Sure, I will take.
You can take the first watch, so none of us have to deal with the ordeal that is waking you as your beauty rest. And I'm gonna kind of sneer at him.
Just kind of a sneer. Not quite a full sneer, but version of a sneer.
A half sneer.
I have sneered.
It's like a smirk and a sneer.
A
It's
smear.
a snirk. A
A
snirk.
A
A
snake.
snirk.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys mount and head out for today. Is there anything you guys would like to do before you start traveling?
I want to throw my rocks.
I want to throw my
Throw
rock.
those rocks. Do it.
Ah, no, I dropped a d6.
Oh, what's the thing?
Just the sound effects that I like.
You look down, and the words of the ground speaking to you are a lot clearer this time. And every time you do it, they seem to become more clear. But you know that the weather today is going to be mainly clear skies for the rest of the day. It'll grow a little cloudier nearing the end of the day, but it's going to be a good day for travel.
I'm just gonna nod to myself and put the rocks back in my pack.
Okay, then. So do you guys head out? Head out. Okay. Today's roll will be led by our protector, scout person. Sorry.
Oh wait,
Scout. Kanar.
defender or scout?
Definitely Kanar.
Cool.
Okay, so scout, go ahead and roll for our day of travel.
Perception?
Yes. With advantage, as hearing and smelling.
Okie dokie. 23.
23. Pretty good. So you keep your ears pricked and your smell in mind. I don't think there's a
The
word for
smell is smelling.
You keep your ears pricked for the ride, and as Atoll directs you guys through the forest, making your guys' curve slowly through the Dragma Woods. The trees slowly get larger and larger around you guys as a side note. At first, they started out being kind of the normal trees that you guys might have seen, whether in the cities, the cities, Nemazine, Kanari. You're not so familiar with this kind of nature, but I mean, it's still nature. In Karhale, bigger trees than you've ever seen. And they seem to be tough, bigger, older, tougher than anything you guys have experienced. And as you travel through Canary, you guys do come to a crossroads, actually, to which, from your sensing, Canary, you don't see it, but your horse stops as it's being led straight and comes to a stop as the path splits to two sides. You can sense that one side has a more lived-in smell to it. You smell more like animal tracks coming from one side of the path, and you sense what's it called? Less animal wildlife coming from the left side of the path. And I will say, just as something that you, Nemazine and Karhale, just from seeing, you guys notice, is that the path you guys have kind of found yourselves on and Atoll has been leading you down seems to be a kind of a traveled path. Like, honestly, it's not super well traveled at all, but it has been used before and kind of carved out for you along the way so far. Like, he's led you guys found a path along that seems to have been used before.
The path to the right seems to be less traveled. It might be wise for us to take that path, just so we could avoid as many people as possible.
Fair.
I mean, sure, whatever. Let's go. Atoll, what do you think?
I said, unless Atoll has any objections.
Oh, Atoll
Does
doesn't answer.
Sure. I mean,
chatty, aren't we today?
Oh, Atoll kind of shrugs. Atoll is like blinking in and out of wakefulness.
well, let's go to the right then. I have no objections. Let's go. We're wasting time.
Okay, then you guys take the right path. As you guys travel down, it's becoming a lot more gnarled and harder for your horses to make it through. For now, you guys are traveling at difficult terrain. And as you guys near further on and closer to the end of the day, it's about, yes, Karhale?
It's not difficult terrain for me.
It isn't?
It is not.
Can you impose that on companions traveling with you?
I think it only applies
Does that
to
count
me.
if you're riding an animal?
I think that's a DM thing. Because
I would say if you were...
I think that would be a DM thing. I can pull up the
honestly, I
thing
don't
and read
think
it
that
to you real quick.
It wouldn't affect you personally because you're so akin with the earth and with the ground. But I don't think you would affect the horse's ability to traverse it.
No, I think
unless you had
it's only my
something
movement.
I would say that within your future rage and stuff, if you had taken like the elk version and stuff, that would affect the animal because you're able to.
I'm not even.
Exactly.
I'm not up to that level, anyways.
But yeah,
so it wouldn't even apply even if I did take that.
You are presently running a lot faster than the horses are moving, and you're kind of looking back and being like, "What's going on, guys? Let's go!" And you have like Kanari and Nemazine just kind of holding on to their horse as the horse picks their way through.
While they're taking longer, and I'm waiting for them to catch up, can I look around for like anything that I could use to make our ration stretch a little longer?
Definitely yes. Go ahead and roll.
I've got the time.
I'm gonna say that it's, once Kanari realizes that we're going a lot slower, she would probably be like not that long after they take this path, she'd probably be like, maybe we should go on the path that's easier because it's gonna take us even longer to get there. At this rate, I don't know if it's worth the avoiding people.
How long have we been on this path?
I would
Since
say
the
you've been on this
crossroads?
path about an hour.
That
You
would
could
be,
turn back.
I would set it back 2 hours.
Atoll will turn to you probably and just kind of sleepily mumble like, it's gonna end up this way anyway. It's just this area isn't well traveled. It's not really made for horses.
Are either ways made for horses?
Well, the path I found before was. It seems like someone might be using it periodically, but it's. I don't like the easy traveling we've had so far. I don't think it's going to be continued throughout the whole journey here. We're going to be slowed down one way or another.
Very
and
well.
he's going to point at the map, and he's going to go. Within a few more days travel, we're going to come into more of a rocky landscape, and we're probably not even going to be able to ride the horses during that time. So he's going to.
I hate to ditch the horses.
We can just guide them along. I don't think we have to ditch them.
Yeah.
Oh, just can't ride them.
Mm-hmm. If
Very well.
we ride them, it could it could hurt them if they make the wrong footing through the rocks. If you
Very
guys
well.
had other kinds of horses, maybe, but
Let's just keep going.
You guys continue on, and Konori, you come to notice the smell of the best you can describe, actually, of fear. And as well as the sounds coming from, you guys are traveling presently eastward, and you hear the sounds coming from the north of where you guys are at, of crashing grunts and roars of, well, you're not quite sure what kind of beast, but you smell fear, like I said, and you sense something's going on, perhaps 100 feet away from you guys into the 200 feet into the thickets around you.
Before we forget about it, I rolled a 19 for that survival check for the rations, and
Nice.
that's plus my proficiency, so 21. Nice.
Okay, so the 4 days worth of rations that I ascribed to your guys' travel, including the horses, which eat twice as much as a person. I would say you add on 5 days worth of rations before it becomes a problem.
Oh, a fifth day? I added on 1 day?
Another day.
Okay.
Your success here is added on another day for everyone, food-wise.
Okay.
So I would say,
I was gonna say.
you decide what kind of food you catch, but yeah, you catch enough for a full day's worth for everyone.
Sweet.
Guys,
Look, I found a rabbit.
a few rabbits,
And-
actually.
Guess what? He had a friend.
Nemazine, you see cute little rabbits hanging dead in her hands.
Oh, okay.
I also found some berries and stuff.
Oh, I do like.
Are they good berries?
No. Soon. Someday.
Because I don't want to eat bad berries. Also, do you guys hear that? She does this very nonchalantly. Do you guys hear that?
You guys hear just it's a little far away for them to hear.
Hear what?
There's something up ahead. It sounds big and angry, and people are afraid. We may want to be cautious moving
There are
forward.
people up there?
Where
Something that's afraid.
You're afraid?
More like smell it, actually.
As you're saying this, Kanari, the smell of blood drifts to your nose.
And someone is probably about to die.
You hear.
I'm gonna brandish my warhammer.
We hear what?
No, Kanari, you hear Ty in the back of your mind start kind of getting riled up, and it's like, wait, blood? Someone's hurt. You need to go help them, Kanari.
We don't want to all die, do we?
And And Atoll kind of like perks up a little bit as like someone's in danger. And he actually goes to listen in too. And yeah, he definitely hears what's going on actually. And Atoll is going to flip off his horse. And
Wait.
he's gonna take one of the spears that were like hanging on the.
No.
And he's gonna run.
No.
He's gonna disappear.
Towards the sound?
Mm-hmm. You guys have a little meddlesome hero on your hands.
I'm gonna run after him, I guess.
I mean, you don't have to.
The little moron. I don't want him to die.
Before I take off, I'm gonna drop to the ground and try to see if I can pinpoint exactly like where they are. You know, how far they are from us and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, you can put your ear to the ground, and just kind of based on your previous perception roll and kind of how you're rolling, how high your perception is for the day, you definitely know where they are. They're to the north of you guys, a little bit northeast of you guys, and you know the exact amount of feet between you and them. It's only about 145.
Okay. She's gonna start taking off, I guess, after Carhale.
You're not gonna share that?
And as a side note, you also feel the tree, where all the trees are, and you kind of have a map of that distance.
Cool. She's gonna say, they're only about 150 yards out. Be careful. There's something very dangerous up there.
What?
Can I like stealthily move?
Are you guys both traveling stealthily?
Would we do do you do sneak attacks or like a surprise round? If they don't know we're there?
If you guys roll high on your stealth and the creatures do not see you, they would be surprised, and you guys would also roll initiative, and the whatever creature it is that doesn't see you guys would basically just not have a turn that round.
Okay.
So they would be on the surprised condition.
In that case, I'm gonna use Merge with Stone to cast Pass Without a Trace on us.
Okay. So you toss.
Did you say Murderous Stone?
No, Merge with Stone. Merge with Stone. And
Like Murderous Stone. That's wow. Just
yes. I can cast it on the group. And
is that an instant thing or does it take time?
No, it's just an action. It's concentration up to an hour. Plus 10 to dexterity and stealth checks.
Woo! Describe how that happened.
I'm just going to grab a handful of earth and just flick it at them.
Nice.
And then
you guys get a face full of dirt, but you feel a little bit quieter. Nemesis, what are you doing? Are you going to follow them into the bushes?
Are they like
face full of dirt after you see Atoll run off?
What are they
into
doing?
The thick of it.
What?
Into the thick of it.
We're both going.
Horses still there?
Say what again, Nemesis?
Are the horses still there?
The horses.
We tied them to a tree.
Totally
tied them to a tree.
Then I.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
Yeah, I'll follow them.
Come on. You know you want to fight.
Nemesis is a pretty curious child.
Before we fight, can we like a 2-second break?
Go for it.
Thanks. Back in a second, okay?
Whoa, time flies.
I know. It'll take like 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Go for it. I'm gonna go pee.
I'm gonna go get more whiskey. I'm kidding, it's sweet tea.
Definitely whiskey.
Definitely.
How are you doing, man? Two.
Kitty witty. Hello, live stream. Say hi to my cat, Jin. I promise she loves me. Little jerk. Now I just feel awkward.
By the way, Carl, we are matching.
I noticed. Great job. A+. I was just talking to the live stream.
Oh, really? To 0
Yeah.
viewers we have.
Well, I mean, Josh will probably watch it and maybe a few other people, so I showed them my cat.
Oh.
Not yet.
Oh, so this one's in dice jail?
Who's this?
Where is the other one? This one's in dice jail.
All of them.
And this one's also in dice jail. This is my golden snitch, and it wronged me. First roll of today.
Nice.
And I'm sad. But these are the pretty ones that I bought for Carhale, and they have done nothing but screw me.
Metaphorically and physically.
Go get them cleansed.
I know, like I need to perform a ritual on
Oh.
them and cleanse the dice. Maybe I just need to like punish them, put them in a bag for a couple days. What's in here? What dice are you? I forgot I had these. I could use this one too. It's this way. It's a really cool uninked one, and it's got like purple and blue shimmer. I used it for that one shot with my water genasi paladin, which I totally want to play again. She was so fun.
She
Oh,
was
right.
pretty
I
cool.
was like, what one? Yeah, she was pretty cool.
She was so fun.
I liked Kaylin a lot. Kaylin was really fun.
Honestly, I want
Who was Kaylin?
another one shot. The pirate chick.
My very witty
Her it was
writer
female Jack Sparrow.
Or
yeah,
when we do
there you go.
when we do a one shot with all the other kids.
It would be fun.
Okay.
Okay, are we set to go?
Oh gosh, we're already fighting.
You guys are presently not within the combat. What's it called? It is your choice whether you enter or not.
I'm stealthing, and I told them when I threw the dirt at their face, that you're one with the earth now. They won't see you. Stay quiet.
So go ahead and roll stealth, all of you.
Ooh, that's better. 24.
Beautiful.
Pass without a trace is plus 10
Nice.
Plus 10?
to whatever you rolled. Yeah.
24. Wonderful. You are a breeze through the trees as you crush leaves running through. Nemazine,
I
what
want
did you get?
to Naruto run.
What is this? What are we doing?
Stealth.
Stealth. But you get
Unless
to
you're not
add.
stealthing.
10? Holy crap, I got a 30.
Wow.
So did I. I got a 30.
Oh
Okay,
wait,
all
it's
of you guys
25. I
are,
forgot to
like-
add my stealth bonus.
Are barely even a breeze through those trees. And as you guys come up upon a scene, the first to see this is definitely Carhale. Actually, I'm going to switch these two. Carhale, you're going to be the one with the short daggers and the cape and the cloak because you're wearing a cloak.
And I have a dagger
Nari,
now.
You're the one You are the one with this long sword thing. That's going to be your bow staff in theory.
I love that.
But okay, so Karhale, the scene that you come upon and they do not notice you is a giant boar. So this thing, it's a boar, a wild boar with like spikes coming out of its hide, with a giant snout with large like saber teeth coming out of this and tusks coming up the front. And it is presently attacking this individual, and you just see it's actually just a young kid with dark brown hair, and he was just pierced by the tusk.
Guys,
Of
it's
this
a
wild
porcupore.
He is bleeding, and the blood is trailing down his legs and pooling on the ground, and he is looking rough. He is looking mighty rough. But you guys also see little Atoll, and I'm gonna use this little hat character as Atoll. And Atoll has burst the trees and has taken out her dagger, his dagger. Words.
Genders.
Atoll has taken out the dagger and thrown it at the boar at this point. So you guys see in that moment Atoll tossing the knife. And let's see, I'm gonna roll for it. It strikes the boar in the hide, and what's it called? And the boar cries out and starts to head after Atoll. Are you guys gonna join combat, or would you prefer not to?
Yes. I would like to
Rage.
actually, I would like to throw my dagger first. Is he in my way? Can I like throw it around
You are
him?
behind trees presently, so you do not have like in essence you're seeing this through kind of looking around the tree, stuff like that. You're gonna have to move closer to not have completely obscured vision.
All right. Well, in that case, I would like to rage.
Nice.
Really?
And how close am I?
Before you do though, everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
Don't you screw me. Let's go. The green die is out of dice jail, in case anyone was wondering.
Nice.
19.
19?
16.
Nice.
I love my initiative of +1 as opposed to -1. That was great.
16, let's see, Konari, and Nemazine?
12.
12. Nemo is 12. Okay, so as a side note, for this first round of combat, Karhale, you may act in this first round. Konari, you have not arrived yet. So you will arrive in the next round of combat, and Nemazine, you will arrive in the third round of combat.
Oh, so I can't.
How close am I?
Range.
Wait, how
the-
fast can you run, Karhale?
30 feet.
Okay, I have a 40-foot movement, so I think theoretically I should be able to keep up with her. Just put that out there.
I will say that she ran probably like 5
Okay.
seconds.
Okay, that's fair.
True.
That's fair.
Just the reaction was a round before you would have.
Okay,
Kind of thing.
fair enough.
So you would make up some of that space and stuff, but you're still like 10 feet behind her, or 20 feet behind her by the time like she gets in.
Cool.
But yeah, as you're saying this, you so Karhale, you arrive, and it is your turn to move in combat.
How close am I to the little dude, the boar, not the kid?
You are on the other side of the trees. You are 1, 2, 3, 4, 30 feet, about 25 feet away.
Could I use my movement to get up to the boar?
Yeah, totally. So
right.
you slip your way through, and
Can I
you go
jump
around
over? Can
the
I
pole.
jump over the kid?
Oh yeah,
I
totally.
want to jump over him.
Go ahead and roll
Just
an
for
acrobatics
flavor.
check.
Ah, crap. That's what I get for wanting to do something cool.
I know, coolness comes with a price.
Acrobatics. Oh, that's +1. 15.
15, easy enough. You leap over, you kind of dive, roll over, and as you roll on the ground, you stand up next to the boar. What are you doing?
Oh, I kind of wanted to use my jump momentum to two-hand smash my warhammer onto his noggin.
So you leap to your feet with that added momentum, and you crash down on its head. Go ahead and roll for it.
Please don't screw me. Okay, that's not bad. 19 to hit.
19 hits. Go ahead and roll. Actually, as future reference, guys, when you roll to hit, go ahead and roll your damage, whatever it would be, along with it. So, so it's just quicker.
Okay. So, just a side note, when I say it's two-handed, it means it's a D10 versus a D8.
Gotcha. Cool.
So, that will be 13 damage.
13
Bludgeoning.
damage. Beautiful. What's it called? You hit it on its hide, and your what's it called? Your stone. What is it called? Warhammer hits it, but kind of glances off, and it almost barely doesn't even flinch, and it kind of just turns to you with like angry eyes and a huff of its snort, and it just kind of growls at you. If boars growled. And but actually, as you burst out of the trees and stuff, you see this kid that it's attacking. He's a little bit younger than you, but a little bit older than Atoll. And the kid, and he's just looking at you with like wide eyes, and he goes like, "Who are you?" And
I'll just wink at him.
The boar is gonna turn on you, and it's going to charge you.
Just for the record, with the impact of me slamming into the ground, I am now in a rage.
Oh, beautiful. You see go ahead and describe that for us again.
So jumping Atoll, I slammed my warhammer into the melon of this ugly thing, and slamming into the ground, I stand back up with a little bit of a arcane spark in my eyes, and I kind of snarl at the boar. He's dead now. He's not going to make it.
Okay, so it turns to you as you're raging, and it huffs, it growls, and it kind of stamps its foot and charges into you with its tusks, and it's going to try to pierce you. Does an 11 hit?
Nah, it does not hit.
Okay, then does an 8 hit? So sad. Does an 8 hit? It attacks you a second time.
Too swifty.
Aaron?
You're muted, Aaron.
There we go. Sorry, my headphones died. No, an 8 does not hit.
Okay, so it's turned to you at this point,
I'm not
trying to
a
charge you, and you dodge it both times. You kind of just like slide around to the side of it and everything as it's charging at you with its tusks, and it kind of huffs out another puff of angry breath. And at that moment, Kanori, you arrive to what's it called? Oh, well, okay, so as you're arriving, Kanari, Elam is going to take his turn to back away from the animal. And he is bleeding out. This stranger to you guys is bleeding out. And the boar is going to take an opportunity attack on him, but misses as it kind of like snorts and kind of swings with its head, but Elam dodges it and falls away and kind of just rests against a boulder that's sitting on the side. Next in the lineup will be Atoll, and Atoll doesn't really have anything to. They have the spear. So Atoll's gonna take the spear and chuck it at the boar after moving around to here. Chucking at the boar, and that's gonna be Ooh, natural 20. So Atoll, you guys see Atoll kind of, even though this doesn't seem to be Atoll's favorite kind of weapon at all, he kind of moves over to the side, rolls, and stands up in a flourish, and seems to actually have used a spear in his past before. So he chucks the spear at the boar, and it lodges itself in the shoulder of the boar, and the boar cries out in pain and takes 10 points of piercing damage. Next in line will be Nemo. You are getting closer. You will be in the next round of combat, but now it goes to the top of the round, and Karhale, it's your turn again. Huh?
How many feet away am I?
You are I would say you're at this point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are about 30 feet away at this point.
So can I do something at range, or do I have to be?
If you can do something at range where you don't have to see them, sure. You have no visual.
Oh, I have no visual at all, so I don't know what's happening.
There's trees blocking your path, shrubbery. You'd have to break through the trees to have visual.
Okay, all right.
But okay, so next in the round, Karhale.
All right. I'm going to swing my warhammer back around, two-handed again, and smack him in the butt.
Are you moving behind it or something?
Well, oh wait, is he like facing towards me? I kind of thought he was.
Yeah.
Oh, he's facing me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna smash him in the face then. I thought I had access to both ends that I could swing at.
Go ahead and roll to attack and your damage.
Like a game of whack-a-mole.
You guys see Karhale in her rage coming down on top of its head.
That's a dirty 20 to hit, plus
like
so
an act of nature.
So that's 8 plus.
What did you roll to hit?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 definitely hits, yeah.
So then D10. 13 damage again.
13.
And now that I'm enraged, I get extra damage. Yay.
As you so you take that down. Do you have any bonus actions you'd like to use?
I'm a level 2 barbarian. I can hit things.
Lovely. So on that note, Kanari, it is now your turn. You have just now broken through the trees. What would you like
Did anything happen when she hit the boar?
The boar, shakes it off and is like blood's dribbling down along with the drool that's coming down from its mouth.
Okay.
Yeah, Kanari's gonna run up to it. Probably on the side in between the kid and the boar.
Atoll or
no,
the stranger?
The other kid, the stranger. Yeah. And then she's going to smack him with her staff. So
the boar, not the kid.
You smell a foul scent, Kanari, as you come upon this figure in your senses.
Dirty 20 to hit, and then I gotta actually get my damage dice out.
I just had a dirty 20.
You came down with your bow staff, you said?
Yeah.
Nice.
Was for 7 damage.
Ooh.
And then she's going to spend a chi point to make 2 unarmed strikes.
Ooh, key points. Ooh.
So
go ahead.
Let's see.
Roll for those and roll your damage at the same time.
Okay. An 11 to hit and a natural 20. Does the 11 hit?
Barely hits. And for that natural 20, it's going to be half damage, but now it'll be full damage because it was a crit.
Okay. So the 11 to hit was 5 damage, and oh wait, where's my? There it is. Oof, not great. So I 4 damage for the second strike, the 20 strike. So.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so the first strike, that was okay. Got it. It's 4 damage now.
Yeah, like
Got it.
Like I didn't have it or anything. I was just like I got 4 damage. Like
Sorry, I confused myself. You're fine. I got the right amount now. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I think that's it. So.
Okay, then the boar is going to attack the two of you. So Karhale does an 8 hit again.
No.
Sadly, it charges forward to try to pierce you with its tusks, but you dance out of the way again. But then it turns to attack Kanari to the side, and it's going to try to hit you, Kanari, with its tusks. Does a 15 hit?
That's my AC. So yes,
Just
but barely.
It hits. So you'll take half damage from whatever I roll. What's called? So you take 5 damage rolled rounded down. So you'll take 2 points of damage. Piercing damage. Okay, so after the boar, okay, so yeah, sorry. Next is going to be Elam. Elam's going to back even farther away and get in a line of sight, and he's going to the stranger is going to pull out a bow and shoot to try to pierce the boar. That will be so the arrow flies out of the stranger's hands and it's going to pierce the neck of the boar, and so that arrow pierces hard, and the boar actually cringes away from the arrow and getting hit like that, and you hear kind of like a whine coming from the boar, from which you guys have only been hearing, like loud roars and such, and growling and stuff. The boar is looking very bloodied, very. And it's going to kind of shake it off, but it's kind of unstable on its feet. On that next in the line will be Atoll, and Atoll is doesn't have anything to throw and everything. So Atoll's actually just going to. Atoll's not going to do anything. He sees that it's kind of on its last dregs, and at that moment, Nemo, you arrive into combat. What would you like to do from the scene that you're seeing?
Well, I'm going to see everything that's happening. As I do that, I'm going to tear a little piece of my cloak, whatever I'm wearing, and just whisper a few words, and it's going to go up in flames real quick and just consume it. And does the boar have 26 hit points or less at this point, or more?
Less.
Less? Okay. It is now unconscious. I have cast. Yeah.
What did you cast?
Whoa! Sleep? That's not a. Whoa.
Why did you cut yourself off?
So I don't want to metagame.
Oh. What?
So you cast sleep on the boar.
Yes.
Okay, so as you do this, go ahead and describe how the boar, like what they see, I guess.
Well, after the little bit of my cloak is consumed, the boar just kind of locks eyes with me, and then just its knees give out beneath it, and it falls to the ground.
Nice. And it collapses to the ground, and you guys feel the rumble of the ground beneath your feet as it just kind of collapses. But like from your guys' perspective, you guys are out of combat now, so I'm gonna switch the camera back.
Kunari's gonna turn to him and be like, "I've heard of snake charmers. Are you a boar charmer?"
You're not funny, Kanari.
Oh,
I
I wasn't trying to be funny.
I thought it was funny.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna stare at Kanari and keep moving on.
She just kind of look bewildered, like, what?
I'm
Liz, we can't hear you at all. What?
Sorry.
there you go.
As you guys are kind of discussing amongst yourselves, you guys see the stranger kind of run over to the boar that's just fallen asleep at your feet, and he's going to take out a sword that was at his hip, and he's going to stab into the boar's heart and everything. And like you hear the crunch as it goes through the bones, and he's going to twist it, and the silently breathing boar that had been alive is now no longer. And he kind of just sags. Who are you people?
We're great at introductions, obviously. I'm Kahale, Kanari. This is you can call him Nemo. Oh, and Atoll.
Oh, it's all kind of like, don't say my...
Martin. This is my buddy Martin.
And Atoll kind of rolls his eyes and kind of just huffs and turns, like, just kind of shuffles feet on the ground. And Elam's just kind of, oh, well, mighty thanks for helping me like you did. Oh, and he's like,
What were you doing out here?
Of his chest is all bloodied. And
Oh.
he's like rough. Hunting, if you could believe it. Thank you.
Was it hunting you?
Thank you.
I hate to be the one to tell you this, hon.
He kind of just collapses to the floor and leans against the dead boar. He's just kind of shaken.
I don't think you were doing a very good job.
No, I was not.
Have you ever
Try
been
again.
I could give you some pointers.
Thanks. He kind of looks you up and down. I might take you up on it.
Rule number
again,
1 of hunting: don't let your prey eat you.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind next time.
Ty,
Soul kind of
Ty.
steps over. Are you an idiot? Well, maybe.
Kanari's gonna be like, Ty, is this the time I would touch him? Would this be a good time?
Yes, this is the time. Do it, please.
She kind of walks up and just kind of
more.
puts his hand on his like head. It just goes,
Oh, hello. With that, you guys see a bright light kind of shine from her hand on top of Elam's head. And some of the injuries that are showing through the ripped shirt and everything seal off. And Elam kind of, with wide eyes, thank you. That was unexpected and
no
quite
problem.
appreciated.
Yeah, it was unexpected. You didn't want to do that when Nemo was almost dead?
I did not know how. This is a rather new development to all of us. I didn't have a mother to talk to me about how developing works, so I'm assuming this is something that just comes when it does. And Kanari's kind of just like, but it helps, so that's what matters, and then kind of just walks away.
Elam's still bleeding a little bit, and he's gonna kind of perk up. Do you think you could do that again?
Unfortunately, I think I can only do it once until I rest again. It takes a lot out of me.
How many uses do I have out of that med kit?
The med kit, it does not heal people. Like, it would not give any healing to people. It is
Yeah, but,
used
like,
for stabilizing.
I could
But you have 6 left.
6? Okay.
Mhm.
I could try to bandage it up.
You definitely could. I would say that it would expend a use of your stabilizing abilities with it, and it would not heal him presently.
So it wouldn't be helpful?
It wouldn't necessarily be helpful to healing him in the moment.
Okay.
Like, he would appreciate it.
I'll save it.
It's
It looks fine.
Look forward and kind of look at Nemazine. How did you do that?
Who is looking at me?
Atoll.
Oh, I'm still looking at Canary inquisitively. As I saw that, and then I'll kind of slowly pan over to Atoll. Do what? What?
Never mind. And he's gonna kind of just back away and sit against one of the trees as he watches you guys interact. Elam's gonna, mighty thanks to you, young boy. I haven't seen that spell used for quite some time. So are you guys traveling through the woods, the Drugma woods? It's not quite something most people do.
Do we look like most people?
Just about to say.
Granted. And he kind of dusts himself up, kind of winces at the pain. I should probably get back. For helping me, would any of you be interested in food and lodging for the night?
You had me at food.
Where is
Oh.
this?
Who are you?
Forgive me. I am Elam. No last name, but I serve a man named Lord Narcissus of Dylam. He lives yonder, perhaps a mile's walk to the northwest of us right now. I could show you there, and he'd be happy to give you food and lodging for the evening. You'd be well rested, if anything else.
I'll look around and shrug and I'm down.
It is coming to the end of the day. This would be about the time that you guys were planning to bed down, or at least start finding a place for that.
I mean,
Okay.
we did just save the kid's life, and it's not like he's going to lead us to our deaths, right? And I'll give him a intimidating look.
Hey, you can accept my offer or not. It's just an offer.
I mean, I'm tired, so I'm down.
I wouldn't be able
Is
to
your-
give you a bed, but a roof might be useful. Who knows what might come through the night.
And we won't have to wake up early.
We're still going to wake up early.
Not for watches.
Well, follow me if you'd like a house for the night, a roof. And he's gonna start kind of trudging in pain through the thickets. Will's gonna be like, "You're just gonna trust a stranger?"
I was about to say, can I insight check to see if he's got good intentions for us?
You trusted us.
You don't even need a roll for that. You just your passive insight. He seems rather open.
Okay.
I'll look to Atoll. I mean, you trusted us.
Well, not really.
Yes.
It's all kind of not like, kind of nods along with Nemazine saying, but okay, and just these people are going to get themselves killed, and he follows along with you guys.
I'm gonna grab Canary, and we're gonna go back for the horses, because she and I are quick, so we're gonna jog back and get the horses.
At this point, could Kunari like lead her on horse, or would this be a very dumb move?
I guess
She just follow
I would say at
Karhale.
this point you figured out how to ride.
Okay, she can just follow the sounds of Karhale, kind of a thing.
Yeah. You guys do well enough. The horses are still going to be traveling slower than you guys could on your own, though.
Well, no, I didn't mean like ride them. I just meant go get them.
Oh, and then just bring it back with us. Cool.
Yeah, I just want. I know it's faster than.
You guys are in a pretty like rough, thick like trees area. Like it's kind of hard to get through.
I just didn't want to leave them there tied to a tree to get eaten by a bear.
Why?
So basically, we're in the swamp from Princess Bride, and those were our USs where we fought, right? That's what I'm getting from this.
Oh, I wanted to take the boar back with us. Can I take it back with us?
Oh, yeah.
The kid was.
Elam actually, sorry, I didn't describe that, but yeah, he would have like strapped the boar to his back with some rope and started, no, not strapped it, but tied it up with some rope and started dragging it. He's going pretty slowly. The toll ends up helping him.
I'm gonna say, here, trade me. Hand them the reins to the horse and take the boar.
Nice.
Hefty.
Yeah. He kind of nods at you. You're a useful friend to have around.
It's actually not usually said of me.
Could never wonder. I wonder why. And he kind of just watches as you like muscle this boar along with you.
What exactly are you using her for?
Oh no, I'm just carrying the large animal for him.
Oh,
I am fine using you as a mule. That is not my forte.
Hurtful. You know, ladies have feelings, you know.
Mules are very useful creatures.
Have you ever
I don't know why you take it as an insult. And it
have you ever called a lady a mule and it went well?
I guess it didn't really register that you were a woman. No offense meant.
Oh, I'm pissed now. I'm not talking to him anymore. I'm
Did
gonna.
I say something wrong? And he looks over at Atoll, and Atoll just kind of shrugs and tries not to fall asleep on the horse that he climbed up on. Elam's just like, oh, okay.
and Kunari's gonna be like, Elam, I think you were just fine, Elam. I don't know
Thank you.
what's wrong.
Thank you.
Mules are useful. I mean, yeah, I don't. She's probably tired.
You know, I suppose maybe I should work on my speech with females. Lord Narcissus always tells me, what does he say? Don't argue with a woman, because if you're right, she'll never forgive it. And if you're wrong, she'll never forget it. I should just hold my tongue. Kind of chuckles.
I'll hear that and yell back. It's true. Here, wait for my notes. What's his master's name?
Yeah, what's his
Lord Narcissus.
Narcissus?
Yeah.
Like narcissistic?
Narsus.
That's real sus.
Liz, for some
Like
reason, you're
Dayland.
really quiet compared to everyone
Yeah,
else.
you're
I
kind
don't
of
know.
quiet, Lizzie.
I am.
Well, just compared to everyone else. Like,
Audio.
it just happened when you changed back. Or did the war map and then change that?
Yeah, I just ripped my notes.
Better?
Yes.
Better? Yeah, sorry, the microphone was still going through the webcam. Thank you for mentioning that.
Do you have your microphone, by the way?
I'm not using it. I only have one port for USB on my computer. So I need a scooter. I just do it. Sorry. We'll try to but yes, you guys are traveling through. It takes you guys, basically night has fallen by the time you guys reach your destination. Is there something you guys wanted to do in between?
No.
Nope.
Would that healing salve work well on the kid?
Yeah, the healing stuff has worked very well on the child.
Sorry, Elam, not Atoll.
Oh wait. Oh, the healing stuff? No, that's burn cell.
Would I see any herbs that would be good for like making a neosporin type deal? Antiseptic.
Go ahead and roll for it. As you guys are moving, you'll be keeping an eye out.
Neosporin. Brought to you by Nature Zone.
All right. Would that be a survival check?
Survival.
Woo! 16. I like survival check.
16 survival check. Yeah, you find barely enough of the herbs that you would need to create a neosporin effect sort of concoction. But it would be enough for one use of this salve. You don't find quite that much.
Good enough.
As you are picking through the herbs and such, Elam kind of turns to you and he goes, "What exactly are you looking for?"
Herb? Stuff? I'm a healer. What did you think I was?
More of a healer, not a healer. To be honest, but I suppose you can be both. And he kind of continues on.
I'll surprise you.
That you all have done, and I assume will continue to do. This is it, actually. And as he kind of raises his hand, you guys all look upon. Honestly, if you guys had just been passing through, you wouldn't have noticed this. Honestly, it's pretty well hidden amongst the rocky side of a ridge that you guys see, and it's just a house built higher on this hill. That's made out of stone, and it's covered in shrubbery, and the thatched roof itself, vines crawling over the stone walls and everything, but it's just a little hut, and the only signs of life coming from this hut is some golden light spilling through the barred windows, and there's stone steps, maybe about 30 stone steps leading up to this front door, this wooden door, and a moat, actually, a small moat, kind of built around the front of it, with a small bridge atop it. And Elam kind of leads you guys to the front bridge, and he goes, just be careful, and he points out a few spots as you guys are walking along. There are traps laid out for undesired visitors. So just avoid that, and he points out a bunch of traps, and you're kind of like stepping carefully and stuff from what he's telling you, and realizing if you had snuck up on this house, it might not have been a very fun experience. And he goes,
guys, we're desired.
Yes, Lord Narcissus doesn't really have any visitors these days. He's been up here for a few years on his own, and I've been taking care of him. Lord knows he needs it. And at that kind of, Atoll actually perks up and is, are you a servant of Taylor? And Elam turns to him, looks him up and down, and is like, of a sort, yeah. Why do you ask? And Atoll kind of shifts and is a little bit more comfortable on his boots. But you guys make your way up to the house. Elam offers to put your horses in a shed that he says is off to the right, but it kind of disappears into the darkness of the woods. So, but he seems pretty open and honest. Are you guys okay with him taking your horses?
I am?
Okay.
Not. Carhale is.
I lead your horses off to the side, and seemingly you guys kind of step up to the front porch. Would you guys like to knock or wait for Elam?
I'll wait.
Anara's gonna wait.
I'll knock.
Of course you will.
Of course you will. as you're stepping up, actually, Atol's gonna be like, "It's polite to wait for your host."
There might be traps.
Traps at someone else's door? And I'll just knock.
No.
Your funeral.
Luckily, there are no traps, but you do hear some footsteps coming from the room, and then you hear, well, actually, you hear a voice go, "That you, Elam? How did the hunting trip go?"
Oh,
Not well.
You can just open the door. It is unlocked.
Oh, we are with Elam, but he's not quite here yet. And I'll like slightly start opening the door.
My head over.
You open
Hi.
the door. Okay, so you just open the door and it kind of swings open. There's a little
Well, no,
bit
I'm just kind of like peering it. I'm not opening it fully. I'm just
okay, if you don't open all the way, you don't see anyone, and you hear the voice. You're with Elam, are you?
Yes. He had some trouble with a boar, and we helped him
Are you
survive.
swinging the door wider as you're saying this?
Slowly creeping in as I'm like, yes.
We
as I'm
kept him from getting unalived by the boar. You're welcome.
Oh,
I
well,
think
that's
I
quite
helped him
kind.
with my touch.
That's quite kind of strangers. And as he says this, actually, you don't see this Nemazine, but he does kind of see you start to peek through. Go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, gonna kill you. Gonna kill you.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
16.
16.
Mhm.
Okay, you are frozen and you cannot move. You're like paralyzed where you stand. He has cast whole person on you. And he goes, "I would love to hear such tales, but perhaps from my personal servant's own lips. Where is my Elam right now?" And he kind of directs his question at the. You can't talk, Nemazine. At
Yeah,
the
I
people
know.
behind you. Nemazine, were you going to do something?
I'll let Mario and then yeah.
As you are saying this, you hear a, "Oh, hey, you didn't wait for me," and Elam kind of stumbles up to the front porch, dusts his feet off
correction.
the door, and like,
Correction.
"No, it's okay."
Nemo didn't wait for you.
What'd you say, Carholly?
Correction. Nemo didn't wait for you. I'm a polite house guest. Unlike some savage.
No harm done. Lord Narcissus, what they say is true. They did save me from a boar, and I offered them room and board. My apologies for not giving you a heads up beforehand. And at that, Nemazine, you feel the hold on you let go, release.
Okay, as soon as he had cast that and I realized I couldn't move, I was gonna attempt to hijack him.
Go for it.
Hijack people.
Hijack. You hijack him, and he gets a, what's it called? A 12. Does that pass?
I forgot that was I need to change that on my thing. 12. No, he fails.
Oh, really?
Lovely.
I want to see what this does. I'm excited.
What would you like to copy off of him?
His hold person.
Okay. As you connect with the blue line of energy to Narcissus' mind, and as you actually now have a visual on him, you see him as basically he has this white blonde hair coming down into a little ponytail resting on his shoulder. He wears a blue tunic with a tan shawl over it. He's presently standing up from behind a canvas, actually, with a whole the whole setup, basically the easel and the white canvas facing him, not you guys, and he's kind of looking at you guys all with just this open appraisal. And as you connect with his mind, you see the spell that he just cast upon you, and it is now yours. And he does not sense that this has happened or realize what you've done.
I assume by the time that this finishes, what's his face has come back or started saying stuff, right?
Yeah, Elam has started speaking and is like calming Narcissus. Narcissus doesn't seem like on edge or anything, but he kind of, his smile that had been there already turns into a more genuine one, and he goes, "Oh, then hospitality for friends. I'm always up for. Now, who are all of you? And Elam, if I could trouble you, would you make a meal for your new friends?" Elam was already on it, and he disappears into the back room. And you guys all filter in, I assume?
Yes. I'll be leaving the door on the porch.
Nice. Yes, thank you for leaving it out there. I'm sure Elam will take care of it. Now, who do I have the pleasure stepping into my home? It has been a year since I've had anyone other than Elam in my house. Who are you people?
I'll take my shoulders back a little bit and give him a little bow. Hello there, Spain. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. And give him a smile.
A pleasure, I'm sure. He bows to you. Turns to Nemazine. And you?
I am Nemazine. Might I ask? No, let's go. That's all. Just Nemazine.
I won't bite. You can ask whatever you'd like to ask.
Oh no! I was just viewing your house. It's very interesting for being all the way out here in the middle of nowhere.
As you say this, you all have noticed at this point that there's many tapestries decorating the walls. There are curtains separating the room from the room that Elam disappeared into. Yeah, it's a beautiful room. It's pretty tasteful and seemingly pretty wealthy household. Even though from the outside it didn't look like much. The inside is definitely a beautiful, furnished and everything. Yeah.
Have you known man as Nemo? It gets through the introductions.
Wait, what?
I'm not easily offended. No worries. Kanari. Sorry. Who are you? He turns to Kanari.
I am Kunari Tai.
Kanari Tai. Interesting. And what has brought you all to the Drogma Woods? I'm sure Elam has mentioned, but that's not a recurring thing for people generally.
Well,
he kind of sits actually down at his easel, and he continues painting as he's speaking to you.
We're off to Tull, bringing our friend home. And this here little guy is a Tull. He's taking us there.
A toll taking us to Tull.
Sorry, what did you say again? You said, was it a lie or was it not a lie?
No, that was the truth.
No, she couldn't hear you. What did you say?
I heard and didn't register for no reason.
We're taking our friend home to Tull, and Atoll is guiding us.
Oh, gotcha. Atoll kind of snorts a little bit, but doesn't deny it.
To my knowledge, that is the truth. Because
no. No, he can tell you're telling.
Konari said that was her home, so I have no reason to believe otherwise.
Got you. And he kind of moves his head out from like behind the easel and stuff, looks at you, and then, oh, how sweet of you. Where are you all from? And he continues painting. You all don't seem, and he kind of pops out. I am Alethi. None of you seem to be quite Alethi, actually. So, please, I am famished for stories of the outside world. I don't quite get out that much. And he
Wait,
pops
I had a question.
What's Alethi?
Would I know what that word meant?
Oh, Elithkar. He is of Elithkar.
Oh.
I call the people.
Gotcha. Okay. So we would know that.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I need to get my story straight.
What is my backstory?
Mostly it's because I remember. I couldn't remember the name of the mountain where my clan is at.
I don't remember where mine.
I'm looking at mine up too.
I've literally played this character once. I remember like 2 things. Yes. I am from Kel.
And he peeks out again, a little furrowed brow. Oh, you know. Where exactly in Kel?
Perhaps you've heard of the Talai Mountain?
Actually, I have. Had some dealings with the natives there, actually.
See? Native.
What tribe do you hail? And he comes back. And as a side note, Karhale, the other soldiers that you met and stuff, when you mentioned Thalai Magic, like, no one recognized it, and you're kind of, it's a little kind of funny that a guy this far north would have recognized the name.
That would be the Torsten Jiraki clan.
Can't say I haven't had the pleasure. And what brings you this far north, Karhale, of the Tajikistan tribe, was it?
Close enough. I can't guarantee it would have been a pleasure if you had any dealings with them. So you can consider yourself lucky.
I most definitely shall then.
My tribe isn't one for travel or outsiders.
I see.
Unfortunately.
Many of the Goliath tribes in that area do not.
Crime.
Really, they would have much progress if they reached out a little more to their surroundings, I suppose. How about you, Nebazine?
I am from said city, which I don't know.
You're from Cal. You could just say Cal.
Oh, I am from Kel. I met these people, and now they are my friends? Question mark.
I'll say to Nemo in Callan, "Aw, such a sweetheart. Didn't know you cared."
I'm gonna look at her and just be like, I'm just helping them. I'm helping them get to talk.
You never told me you were from Kel.
I don't like it to be known where I'm from generally.
Have you no patriotism? No pride for your country and where you're from?
Yes. I love Kel so much.
Sounds like it. It's a great country, I'll have you know.
I have no qualms with Kel. I just
Wait, are you from Cal, Karhale?
Yeah.
I just have never needed to be very proud of it.
Crying shame.
Well, if you don't, well, never mind. And you, Miss Kanori, where do you hail from?
Oh, I come from a monastery.
A monastery.
Yes.
Which one?
One of many in the mountains. Well, I don't know if it was the mountains or the desert of. Well, it's like the mountains in the desert.
This monastery is not within mountains. It's basically the Gan Desert spreads out into basically a Nevada-esque kind of
Oh, okay.
deserty, but
I
not.
can't remember if it was the mountains or not.
Yeah, so it's desert lands that you're from. Yeah.
A monastery out in the Gen Desert. It not many people know of it because very inhospitable land and whatnot.
Why, yes, it is quite inhospitable. Dare I say, almost unsurvivable.
Have you been there?
Once, a long time ago. Oh, as a side note, guys, he has pointed ears. This is an elven man you guys are speaking to. Or at
Not that
least
many.
he has pointed ears.
Love elves.
Gotcha.
I like elves.
And he continues painting.
Can I peek over and look at what he's painting?
Oh, yeah, no, you can totally come over. As you start stepping over and he kind of notices you're drawing near, he goes, oh, yes, painting for posterity. Art is our future. Art is eternal and my passion. And as he says it and you kind of come around the end, go ahead and roll an intelligence check for me. A saving throw. Intelligence saving throw. As your eyes land on what he's been painting. And as you were stepping forward, actually, Elam had stepped into the room. And as he saw you approaching what Narcissus was doing, he's going to be like, no, don't! As you roll your saving throw. What did you get?
Oof.
An 11.
11. Yeah. You look upon what he's painting, and I'm not even going to describe it to you, and it's that bad. You take 1 point of psychic damage. Just the sight of it pains you entirely. And you kind of stumble away, kind of the burning in your eyes. And Elam goes, yeah, not quite. Yeah. And Lord Narcissus is like, what? Are you okay? Did something, are you, and you, like, just two tears of blood drip down your face.
Kanari steps up. It doesn't look that bad to me.
Nothing happens to you, Kanari.
No, she just says that. It doesn't look that bad to me.
I will say you feel something though, Kanari. Something a little untoward coming from this easel, but you're unaffected.
Is it nudes? Is it nudes?
Narcissus, that is not at all what I was painting. It was Elam's. Dinner's ready. Let's come into the dining room, and he leads you guys into the dining room. And you immediately block out whatever it was that you saw from your memory. And
Nice.
You know to never do that again. And Narcissus goes, I don't understand what problem people have with my art. It is beautiful, perfect, and all. Elam kind of just nods along, humoring him. Of course, it is low nonsense, of course. You guys all go in to eat your meals, and as you do, Narcissus and the dinner conversation kind of leads more so to Narcissus asking you guys why. So why exactly have you all come from Elethkar?
Huh?
You guys are coming from the direction of Elethkar.
Ah, yes.
Can you tell me what the state of affairs are in Elethkar? I haven't gotten news for quite some time.
Things are great or not great. I'm not really one for politics.
Oh, the disappointment is palpable.
It depends on who you are. If you're
They
wealthy
seem to have.
and,
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Go ahead.
if you're wealthy and powerful, then you're good as ever. And if you're not, or there's something wrong with you, then you are poor and distraught.
Sadly, I believe that is the way of the world. Do you know anything about the unrest that has been going on between your country, he nods at Nemazine and Karhale, and Elethkar?
I would know that, right?
You wouldn't necessarily, not with, because you're not a part of Kel as much as you are a part of your own people. But Nemazine, you would know that there are tensions, and you're not sure if. Actually, you guys still don't know what date it is, so you're not even sure how long you guys have been separated from wherever you guys are. Were past tense.
I'm terribly sorry, dear. We've been traveling for so long. Could you tell us what day it is?
Oh, so, well, why? Actually, I don't very well know. Elam, what day is it today? And Elam rolls his eyes. It's the 2nd of. He actually. Darn, I don't actually know either. And he's gonna look through his papers, and he's going to find that it's actually the 2nd day of the month of Yosat.
You want to spell that for me?
In essence, Yosut. But based on this date and this resounding kind of like, all of you guys realize at the same time how long you guys have been detached from what's been going on around you and stuff.
Can I ask what day it was when we got taken?
Okay, so Karhale, I can't give you off the top of my head what the date was for you, but you have been out for about a month. Like, it's been a month since you've been aware of what's going on around you. Like, the last day you remember was a month ago. Based on the time you've got. Nemazine, it's been about a week. It's been about a week since you've been out.
Okay.
So it's still the beginning of summer. And Kanari, it's been 3 months.
Ooh.
3 months since, at least from what you knew of the date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The weather's a bit different now.
All of your faces seem to have dropped. Did I say something untoward?
My mom's going to be pissed when I get home.
No, I've just lost time. It's nothing I can't make up.
I see. Last time. Why have you lost time?
Nothing. I just need to finish up helping my friends and moving on.
I see. Well, dinner has been lovely, Elam. I suppose I shall retire. I'm sorry we don't have multiple bedrooms, but you are welcome to any and all of the blankets that we carry. Elam? And Elam kind of stands up. It's like, of course. I'll bring you everything we have. I'll try to make you as comfortable as you can. And so on that note, they are going to help you guys set up for bed. Is there anything anyone would like to do before they go to bed?
I'm gonna sleep outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the same to you because it's not supposed to rain today.
Of course, it is quite dangerous outside, Elam says.
Have you seen me?
Good point. I will not question it.
I'll pat him on the shoulder. Good man.
Atol's also going to sleep outside. And Elam actually, as Atoll doesn't say anything but kind of follows you to go outside Karhale, Elam's going to say, young man, perhaps I could, well, we have, and he actually goes over and speaks low, in a low conversation with Atoll, kind of whispering to him. And Atoll's going to perk up, a nod, and Elam's going to disappear into the other room.
Can I hear?
Can I?
Well, it doesn't really matter because as he returns, he's holding small metal medallion with a symbol on the top that, well, Kunari doesn't see this. Kunari, you did hear that he offered Atoll a symbol of Tulua and everything that he owns. And Atoll perked up happily. And he has now brought this symbol medallion to Atoll. And Atoll happily takes it. And instead of sleeping outside with you, does stay inside and takes the blankets that are offered to him. Yeah. Anything you guys would like to do before you bed down?
I'm gonna talk to the dirt.
Please do.
You talk to that dirt.
Actually, I'd like to talk to a tree.
Are you able to do that?
Talk. Just listen to the tree.
Oh, okay. So go ahead and roll a wisdom check.
Wisdom. Ooh. My wisdom's okay. And by okay, it's a +0. 14?
14. As you kind of just
Or could I do a nature? Would it be a nature check?
nature would be with your intelligence modifier. Isn't that no better?
No, but see, I'm proficient in nature, so it's +1 versus +0.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Wait, what did I say?
Actually, whatever you rolled just now, you can go ahead and add your proficiency modifier to it.
Okay, so 15.
So 15, yeah, you sit against the tree, and as you try to connect with it, there's barely any connection there. However, you do feel the sense of life, and it's healthy, and you get the feeling of satisfaction, contentment emanating from the tree.
I just like to meditate a little bit before I go to bed.
Okay. Easy enough. Nemazine, is there anything you'd like to do before you go to bed?
Not really. I'll just go to bed. I'm sleepy.
Kanari, anything you'd like to do before you go to bed?
I don't think so. She's just gonna be like, or she's gonna kind of be like, did I do good, Ty?
And Ty goes, of course you did. That was just so awesome. And, not a bad reaction this time. That was awkward.
Yeah, it was a bit awkward. I wonder why. Must just...
Well, never mind. Sleep
She'll just nod. You too, Ty. And she'll go to bed.
On that note, as you guys are kind of bedding down, right before you do, actually, Narcissus is going to step into the main room where you guys are kind of curling up under with blankets and stuff. And he's gonna, sorry to disturb you before you're going to sleep. However, this question has been resting on my mind for some time now. And I understand that perhaps you may not know the answer, but have you heard anything of A young Prince Raoden Coel.
I'm not there. I'm outside.
And he kind of just kneels down at your guys' like bedding and stuff. Do you know anything of his state at the moment?
Who? What?
A Raoden Coel. A prince of Elithkar. They have many, granted. I believe about 32, but he would be the 14th prince.
Well, what's special about the 14th one?
Nothing particularly, but someone I have interest in.
What do you want with him?
Just to know of his status.
Around some people.
I am not much familiar with El Cathar, or how do you say it?
Elithkar.
Elithkar. Elithkar's.
Actually, as you go to say the name,
Oh, I didn't say the name.
you didn't
She
say
just said
the
Alithkar.
name Elithkar.
Oh.
Actually, it does not come out. And go ahead and roll an intelligence saving throw.
14.
14. You do not remember what you were speaking about.
I mean, I'm sure he's doing fine. Why? What? Are you his brother?
No, I'm not. Just an old friend.
Insight check.
Insight check. Go ahead, Isabel, for kind of something I want to do for insight checks. Go ahead and roll a d10 for me instead of a d20, and I'm going to roll a d10 on my end. And in that case, you will not know exactly your result, but I will tell you what you garner.
But I still get advantage, right? Because he's close to me.
Do get advantage on telling if he's telling the truth or not. So yes, if that is what you're trying to gather.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll twice and take the higher. I'll do the same.
He gets advantage?
No. I'm rolling basically half of your d20 on this end.
6.
A 6? Okay. As you kind of look at him and like just his face, he seems to be kind of, as far as you've seen him thus far, he seems to be very invested in this question. And you think he's being openly honest.
Do I hear this?
Yes.
I was more curious about like him saying he was just an old friend.
He seems openly honest.
Okay.
If he's an old friend, why don't you just talk to him?
I'm a little bit out of his realm of influence at the moment. Of my own choosing, however, I suppose an old man likes to know the state of his friends.
When they first mentioned Raoden, I want to have walked up from my tree and stood in the doorway.
Yeah, he doesn't acknowledge you necessarily. He's still kind of staring at Nemazine. So you do know of this man?
I mean, I might. I can't really remember right now. I don't know.
What are you, like
I'm
the gingerbread man off of Shrek? I may or may not know where he may or may not have been in the past few days.
That was Pinocchio. Get educated.
I was about to say, is that
I
Pinocchio
haven't
'cause he
seen
can't
the
lie?
movies.
Oh, you just spit all over me.
Sorry. He acts like a machine gun. Like, in Cocker.
I don't think she likes
yeah.
Oh, and I almost lost my train of thought. Oh, I'll pipe up. I'll make the long story short and hold up my hand, the one that has the brand on it.
Really? You can do that? Oh man. Okay, continue.
I forgot.
She didn't say that. Kiara didn't say that, but like,
No,
I didn't say
opened
anything.
his eyes wide, and well, perhaps you should tell me what exactly happened.
Well, cat's out of the bag now. I'm gonna go to sleep. Tell me what happens in the morning.
Nice. And he gets up and comes forward. May I?
Go for it.
And he looks at your hand and he goes, where did you get this?
Guess who?
Hold on. And he's gonna actually tug you in the direction of the center table and stuff. He's gonna pull out a lamp, he lights it, he sits down at the table, kind of like presses his hands to his forehead, and looks at your hand and he goes, I've not seen this symbol for quite some time, actually. And he kind of chokes on his own words a little bit. Do you know, were you told what this says?
I'm not familiar with dark magics like this.
Dark magics, not quite accurate, actually. Rather, old magics would be more so. And he pulls out a piece of paper from a drawer off to the side, and he starts writing the symbol that you see on your hand. And he goes, this symbol means, well, if I remember correctly, do you know of the country, well, the old Hestrian society?
the old what?
Hestria society.
Do I?
None of you don't even have to roll for it. None of you it rings no bell whatsoever. Some people talk about it as the old country, the old society, the old. It goes by many names. But in essence, it is the civilization that was before our own. Kel, Tal, Elithkar, all of them. It is what resided on this continent before we came about millennia ago. This symbol is of that old language, and I'm not fluent by any means, but I did conduct some research into this. This symbol means time, and I'm not exactly sure why, but and he points at the circle that kind of contains the symbol. There are pockmarks on it, and you have 6 of them so far of the pockmarks. And he goes, these symbolize some timetable, I'm assuming. But yes, what is this exactly?
Can't say.
Can't say.
Well, I would know this based off of what just happened with Kamar.
Yeah. No, you're right. And he cocks his head.
And he told us we can't talk about.
Interesting. Miss Kanori, do you have a similar symbol?
I believe so. I don't know if it's the same as the others, and I kind of hold it up. But
He comes towards you and kind of raises your hand towards the light, looking at it. And yes, it's the same. So this seems to me like a curse. Is that correct?
doesn't seem like a
You're
blessing,
the
though, does
wizard.
it?
You're the wizard.
That I am, ma'am. I have not quite practiced my art for some time now. And it seems perhaps I should have. So
Can you
you're
get some
saying that the Prince Raoden did this to you? You're able to, yeah.
Oh, yes.
And he kind of collapsed into his chair.
One day, I'm taking a migraine draught to my neighbor. The next month has passed, and I have this.
That is worrying. And you, Miss Minari?
I was in the desert outside my monastery, and apparently it's been 3 months for me.
And do you remember any of this? Any of the time that you've lost?
No, I don't.
Feels like it's been just days.
Would you allow me to try something on the two of you?
Yes, take it off.
No.
Perhaps on just one. It is purely up to you. I'm just asking. I'm not sure if I can undo what has been done, but perhaps I could.
I'll look to Nemo and Kanari. The sooner this is off, the sooner I get home.
If you want to.
In my hand.
Kanari's not gonna.
He's gonna step towards you.
I've got the hit points for it.
And he's going to wave his hand over you, and you're going to feel some magical power kind of pass from him into you. You can't see it, but you feel it kind of press into you and press into your mind and kind of feel around in your mind too. And he's going to roll an intelligence saving.
Oh, crap.
You see him as he does kind of press forward. He doesn't touch you quite, but he raises his hand in front of your face, and he kind of jerks back a little bit, and kind of shakes his head. And he was always a clever young man. I'm sorry, Miss Carhale, but not quite that easy, and I don't think he wanted it to be. Question, does he still parade himself as a madman?
A little bit.
And that has not changed, and yet he has done this to you. It's not quite the man that I know. And as he says this, Kanari is going, Tai is going to speak in the back of your mind, Kanari, and she's going to go, yes, he's right. He's right. Listen to him, Kanari. Listen.
What do you mean, not the man you know?
Well, the Raoden I know would not, just, well, let's say he would not take strangers from their homes and force them to do his bidding, like you're all claiming he has. I would say that the Raoden I know is rather self-righteous, actually. And Elam, actually, who's been kind of hovering in the doorway at this conversation, would step in. Yeah, he completely supported the policy changes that you suggested, Narcissus. Narcissus nods at him. Yes, he did. And he kind of looks at you guys. I'm a man who left Alethkar society because of a little difference of opinion on many subjects, but mainly slavery. And Elam here would know more so than others, but Roden supported my changes of such terrible, terrible practices. And Elam at that kind of rubs his wrists. Narcissus is gonna turn to the two of you. The man you've met has changed, it seems. Can you tell me what he wants you to do?
Give me a pen and paper, or pencil and paper, or quill.
He hands them to you.
First I want to see if I can just write the word Aeltris.
You go to do it, and you cannot.
Can I draw a rock?
You make draw a rock.
It's a game of charades.
Technically, this is Pictionary.
Fair. So no numbers, no letters. That's how Pictionary works, right?
Yes.
And I'll just write. Can I write?
He's kind of looking on in confusion.
Purple.
Kanari's gonna try. She's gonna try this. She's gonna talk to him, but in her mind, and just say, "It's called Aeltris," and see if that works.
It does not work, but you may roll an intelligence saving throw if you'd like.
Could I roll an intelligence saving throw to write it?
Yes, you may.
I know it's -1. 11.
Both of you lose the train of thought. It seems he's done quite a number on you. Okay, perhaps continue as you were doing, Karhale, and avoiding the specifics. Perhaps I can understand based on.
Can I find something in the room that's purple?
Yes. Oh, you were able to write the word purple.
Oh, I could?
Yeah,
Okay.
you just couldn't write the word Aeltris.
Okay. Purple rock.
Go ahead, actually, just to kind of speed this along a little bit, go ahead and roll an intelligence, just an intelligence check, and see if you're able to dodge the specifics and yet communicate enough. And he's going to roll an intelligence.
So now we're playing taboo.
So actually, if you succeed, I'll roll an intelligence investigation check to see if he figures it out. But go ahead and roll first.
18.
18.
Does it work?
Yeah. Okay. So you scribble a lot of drawings all over this page, and it's nothing mentioning specifically, explicitly what you have been sent to do, but through stick figures and pointing, arrows and lines, and your like visual or your interpretation of how tall could look in a world, and it's not great drawing.
I drew a comic strip of what happened to him.
Okay.
Right, and holding the rock, and then like a guy with a burger stealing it from him, and then running to. It's got a sign that says "toll," and he's running along the road, and then he's in the capital city, and he's holding the rock, and the sign says "capital."
Nice. Narcissus is gonna lean in and like all over his face. are just like flitting thoughts and calculations, but it's kind of hard to see what exactly he's thinking. And he looks up at you. This is something to mull over. Perhaps it would be better to rest first.
Are you saying the prince? Are you saying the man you knew was a good man?
Yes. He was. And with that, he's going to kind of drift away, kind of in thought, into a back room you assume probably is his bedroom. Unless you guys stop him, he's going to make his way to bed.
I'm gonna go outside.
Food for thought, in essence. And Elam's just kind of in confusion, follows him, and its whole kind of sits up and is like, so you guys are being puppeted by an evil magician, is what you're saying.
About sums it up.
Great. And he's gonna lay down.
Ty, does that help you remember anything?
No, it's that I don't remember. It's just, well, what he did to me. I don't know how. He's kind of scary, honestly.
We've dealt with worse. It's okay.
Definitely not as scary. Not wrong. Good night. So you guys all lay down for a rest. And on that note, I think maybe we should call it quits now. It's been pretty close to our normal time. We did start later. So is there anything you guys would like to do before you guys go to bed?
Did I make that salve for Elam yet?
Go ahead and roll for it, and you can before you go to bed.
Medicine check.
Yes.
14?
14. Did you add your proficiency modifier with your herbalist kit?
So that'd be my medicine plus my herbalism proficiency?
No, it would just be your. Maybe it would actually.
I rolled a 12 plus
I'll have to look that up.
my medicine modifier. Would I add an additional?
Well, you're proficient in medicine, right? So like your proficient bonus is already in there.
Would I get an additional bonus?
Are added. I'll look it up, but
14 or 16.
You succeed, and you do successfully make one draught for or a one balm, I guess, a Neosporin acting balm for one use, basically.
I'll bring it back in and see if the kid's still awake.
Elam is in his own room at this point. Or we're talking about Atoll?
No, it was for Elam.
Yeah, Elam is in his own room, which you can go in if you would.
I'm just gonna put it on the table with a note for Elam instructions.
Gotcha. Okay then. Then you guys all bed down. And with that, we can end this session. And you guys are about 3 days into the Dragma Woods. By 3 days, I mean, 3 days travel. It's only been 2 days of travel.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys have 12 more to go.
This will be fun.
Yeah, the next section will be more of a quicker ability checks over the time being.
A montage.
Got cut off. Yeah, a montage. I mean, the reason you guys got cut off now is just because of the nurses encounter. But yeah, you guys might not have actually encountered that. But fun times.
It's because I heard it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. If you'd gotten lower than a 15, you would not have run into Elam in this scenario.
He would have died.
Info we got though. We got some good info.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Anyway,
Did you have that planned, or was that just on the fly?
kind of on the fly. It was supposed to kind of be an in and out kind of encounter, and maybe come up later as a thing because you guys can't really talk about Raiden. What's it called?
Continuity.
Just the fact that you're showing it, that worked well enough. And I was considering, I was like, would he recognize that? And for reasons, he would.
All right, I'm going to end. Say your goodbyes.
Bye, anyone who's watching.
Arigato mas.